Hello, folks. We're back for the third last day of Circuito Desafiante Split 2 playoffs, or just CD 2025 as a whole. There will still be promo relegations, obviously, after that, but that's no longer CD at that point. That is just straight up LTA South, LRS, and CD. So here we are, third last day, lower bracket. Yesterday we got CA7 versus BKS Academy in the upper bracket. And I think that was a good matchup to see. Pretty decent macro actually coming through from that top side of things. A lot of back and forth. The drops were very interesting yesterday, actually, which I particularly appreciated. But today we are now looking at Flamengo versus Kaboom, and loser goes home. That matters because the winner of today locks a spot in the promo relegation tournament as well. I was thinking about this, but because Cade is not eligible to participate, the winner of today goes through with A7. So the stakes of this match are higher than ever. But Kaboom and Flamengo are interesting teams in that at least from what I've seen from them so far. Again, I didn't see last week where Kaboom took out Los and Flamengo took out Red. But at least from what I have seen of them throughout most of the split, these teams are not the most macro-oriented teams. Strategy is not how these teams play. A lot of it is just kind of hands checking. Kaboom especially has plenty of hands. I mean, look at this roster. Hirit, Wiz, Greftar. Just the top side alone is technically a tier 1 side roster. Dudu and Gigs, on the other hand, Dudu has been quietly impressing me. I think he's solid. Again, I don't think he's necessarily like tier 1 ready, but for tier 2, I think he's pretty solid and certainly making his way up, and Gigs has always been serviceable. So they're kind of a hands team. Their drop things all over the place. And also, I feel like, again, I didn't see last week, but from what I've seen from them, they don't know how to play to win around anybody but Hirit. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even think they know how to play around Hirit. I think Hirit just brute forces things a lot and gets away with it because top lane's an island, so the leads he gets often snowballs unchecked. Whereas when Greftar gets leads, he gets shut down by enemy teams just dogpiling on him because he's in the mid lane. He often has to deal with more, people just kind of going at him. Flamengo, on the other hand, is a more interesting roster to me because with MV Chugo and Damage, their bot side is a tier 1 bot side. And heck, even with Makes, Makes has been in tier 1 before, has played at that level. I do feel like he is not at his peak anymore. His Darius picks are not quite as scary, and he can be shut down. Up against Hirit especially, I don't feel like Makes can really take over this game. But everybody else in that roster, I mean, Dizen has been improving a lot, and I think that's where my eyes are drawn to for this Flamengo roster. And I think they've been playing more strategic than Kaboom as well. If you give them a teamfight composition, they know how to play that very well. So, yeah, I'm curious to see the drops, but I think a lot more will be decided on the Rift than in the draft compared to what we saw yesterday. Hello, Ray. Welcome in. We've got some interesting games today. Yeah. So I think the biggest stakes is just promo tournament, right? Both Flamengo and Kaboom want to make it to promo tournament. Only one of them can. These guys, a lot of them, majority of them have had a taste of tier 1 before, and they probably feel like they belong in that tier 1 and should be going back to that. So, yeah. Actually, out of the top teams right now, oh no, Red's already in there, sorry, Cade. So Cade, only Kissy has played, oh no, Shino's played tier 1 too. So that's 1, 2. For Flamengo, 3, 4, 5, 6. A7, 8, 9, 10. Kaboom, 11, 12, 13. Geeks played tier 1, right? 14? Yeah, he played for 57. So 14 out of 20 players here in CD have played in tier 1 and want to find their way back up. That's a pretty damn high ratio. I blame Red. Red should have been here. But even for Red, like Mago and Kojima have played in tier 1 before. Yeah, Yuzin hasn't, I don't think. Yeah, no, he hasn't. I was thinking of his Fury Academy days. Okay. Yeah. So Ray, I saw that the drama has only grown on the Brazilian side. LTA North had their own drama. Bwipo. We were just talking about Bwipo yesterday and his Brazilian side and the drama that he inspires. Yesterday I was entertained. Today I am terrified. Bro has crossed some lines that I am not comfortable with, man. That's fair. I mean, yesterday again, it was entertaining yesterday when there was nothing better, but with Whip4 just blew everything out the water, man. That one's a big yikes. Oh, for sure. I'm just surprised that he. Yeah, it's just really weird, man. I thought he was like a advocate for like game changers and that sort of inclusive esports. So I was actually kind of shocked that he said that. Yeah. Kaboom. Their roster's on your screen there. Looking happy, looking chill. 2 Koreans on this roster, actually. The only other roster that can match that is the Los Grandes roster, which Kaboom took out. So it's the Korean team kill last week. It was pretty dominant too. 3-1 performance from Kaboom. I wonder if they're actually finally connecting now. If they finally learned how to play around Super Greftar. Because I actually think Greftar's been one of... no, I think he's been their best performing player on this roster, this split. Hirit's been good too, but... Yeah. Hirit Gaming only takes you so far, I guess. There's been a couple games where Greftar's had to swing back in and just hard carry the team, so... Can I also point out, I'm looking at the Leaguepedia, hold on, the Leaguepedia page for... Actually, let's talk about Flamengo first. I'll talk about the Kaboom roster, which I find really funny. No, not gonna lie, I know this is supposed to be like the throat sling gesture from Makes, but it kind of looks like he's grabbing his throat, like he's choking. And I find damage is one funny too. I don't know what he's... Yeah. He just looks cold, bro. Okay, yeah, what I understand about the Kaboom roster. What's really funny is like when you hover, like sort of the profile pictures, you've got Hirit in a Kaboom jersey, Wiz in a Loud jersey, Greftar in a red jersey, Dudu in a... What is that? A Los Furia jersey? What jersey is that? That's a Los jersey. In a Los jersey. And Geeks in a Fluxu W7M jersey. Like the team, everybody's in a different jersey. I find that hilarious in Leaguepedia. At least they got all their pictures in. There are still teams with like no pictures for some of their players. So props to Kaboom. They know how to market. Yeah. Oh, hello. It logged me out. Oh, Team Fantasy. I just noticed it log in. I'll have to log back in later. That's fine. We'll do this stuff later. But now though, I'm hoping they... Usually first game, we kind of get to see a little bit of the draft. Or at least the draft order. I'm hoping we get to see that. I am curious if Kaboom... If Kaboom's going to draft fine today. Kaboom's drafts have been some of the most baffling drafts to me in general. Though yesterday we saw some weird drafts as well come through. A7's game 4 draft was... Is it A7? No. A7. Can't remember. I just remember that's a really weird draft yesterday in game 4. Okay, so Flamengo has... Why is every... Okay, this is interesting. I actually don't hate it. I just find this interesting. Flamengo has side select and they opted for red side. And I think we've been seeing most teams actually picking red side here in the South. Like, I don't really hate it because I think game 1, there's so many meta picks open anyways that if you give over first pick, there's still other options for you to pick. And you can pick like 2 strong options on the red side. I'm just surprised a little bit. Because blue side still has a higher win rate. And the advantage of blue side in game 1 is that, yes, there's a lot of OPs open, but you can... It kind of cuts both ways because you can kind of try and get like one of the really OP picks early. And I almost feel like there's enough OPs or enough metas to kind of go around for both teams in game 1. So then first pick kind of... Picking red side's overcooking unless you have a very good counter pick there. Yeah. I think for game 1, yes. And then for game 5, yes. But like games 2, 3, and 4, yeah, then I think it depends on how good your team is at counter picking. Because, yeah, 2 to 4, I think red side often actually has a small advantage. Game 2 is kind of iffy, and game 4 is kind of iffy. Again, depends on how good your team is and your champ pools. But game 1 and game 5, I thought blue would have a significant advantage.
Mais uma série longa, porque eu não vejo aqui, até pelo que a gente viu na qualidade de ambos os times, alguém com uma grande vantagem. Eu acho que esse daqui é duelo bem estacado, que vai depender muito de execução.
Today we'll have a long series.
E assim, uma coisa que foi muito falado.
Is Foguera calling for a 5 game? I don't know, man. I genuinely don't know these two teams. I feel like the probability of a 5 game series is lower between these two teams because frankly both of them have choked randomly more than I think I've seen consistent play. But then at the same time, because both teams can choke, I can see them choking their way to a game 5. We'll see. I want to see what Kaboom shows up today though, because yeah. And then Flamengo took out Red Academy, so that speaks well to Flamengo in a way. So I think I'm kind of favoring Flamengo a little bit. But again, I didn't watch the game, so I'm just going literally off the game score. Wrong side. Yeah, because Flamengo won 3-2 over who I think is a harder opponent, so... But then I don't know, people tell me Red Academy choked, so... Could be Kaboom's better. Name value for sure, Kaboom looks better, but... Actually, no. Is that true? Yeah, I think so. It's so true with the Koreans. But...
E a gente sempre sabe que durante a série o meta vai mudando um pouco, né? A gente às vezes vê o time que começa preferindo o lado vermelho, aí ele acaba trocando porque não consigo ganhar. Foi o que aconteceu semana passada, né? O time da Red contra o Flamengo tava escolhendo ali o lado vermelho, depois deixou o lado azul, no fim das contas jogou do lado vermelho de novo e perdeu também. Então a gente vai vendo que às vezes esses números antes da série falam: ah, esse time aqui ganha muito no lado azul, mas aí no meio eles veem que tem alguma coisa diferente, alguma coisa errada.
I just also really hope that we don't get too many pauses today. Yesterday's pauses were really bad. It pushed us really late. I think we lost in like half an hour plus to pauses yesterday.
Então a gente vê que, por exemplo, contra a equipe da Kabum, é justamente bom você não garantir que o Hirit tem esse last pick, acaba sendo uma função muito interessante. A gente vê que às vezes o
I think we still have some work I need
não é tão
to
grande assim para
So,
decidir.
I won't be upset if today's a fast day, then I get back to work.
Acaba sendo muito bom.
Dude, what the hell? They didn't even show us the draft. I'm tilted. They seriously didn't even show us the draft. Holy crap. That's super hyper annoying for me. I hope they show post-game what the draft was then, because I want to see the bans and stuff. Yeah, I mean, Kaboom's draft is okay. I don't think it's bad. It's very meta, right? They got Wukong Annie, which feels like the premier combo right now in mid jungle. So I think that's fine. And then I think Ezreal Bard's a good duo as well, which doesn't care what the rest of the draft is. These are game 3 drafts? Eh. I think Flamengo's draft is a game 3 draft. I think Kaboom's one is fine. Like, wait, why is my pen so thin? I think Annie Wukong is a game 1 draft. I think Renekton is... You see, this is the frustrating part. I don't know what the bans are. Because if there's a lot of top lane bans, then I think Renekton could be a game 1 draft. It's game 1, game 2 for me. Like, Renekton's pretty high prio, depending on how many bans are being thrown to the top lane. I mean, okay, look, I agree with you, Ray. I don't think Annie is the mid lane pick right now, but Annie Wukong specifically is just really strong team fighting for the most part. And as long as you get some sort of engage from support, I can see this working. So, yeah, I still suspect Annie's generally going to be a game 1-2 pick for most teams, unless they have like assassin players in the mid lane like Kaze or Miru. And in which case, I still think Annie should be game 1, game 2 because she does pretty well into assassins in general. Yeah, I think Kaboom's draft is fine. It's good. It's solid. I'll give it a 4 in general. Actually, I'll downgrade it to 3.5, and I'll explain shortly why I drop it to 3.5. I think the installation is support. Flamengo, they went for like super comfort picks. I think their draft is a comfort draft, which I am not a fan of. Like Darius for makes is literally just a comfort pick, but I do like it paired with Trundle. This duo is quite useful for locking down teams that don't have a lot of mobility or who want to run into you. Envy Syndra feels like a comfort pick. I almost guarantee Orianna was banned, and that's why we're seeing Syndra for Envy. Then Corki Nautilus is kind of like whatever. I'm not a fan of Corki, but we see the Corki Ezreal like handshake a lot. In isolation, this comp to me is closer to like, I'll call it a 3. I'm not crazy about this comp. I almost want to go to a 2.5, except that it actually is not a bad composition. like I said, Trundle makes up for a lot for Darius, and then Syndra and Nautilus can engage for you to allow Darius to get in there. It's playable. It's not terrible. And the comfort pick raises up to 3 for me. But the reason why I downgraded the Kaboom comp is because their comp is going to struggle into this. Everybody, or not everybody, the top side wants to play forward and play in Darius range, and Darius is going to just chew them up and spit them out. So because of that, I actually think their comp's going to have problems. It's just going to be Ezreal Bard trying to survive. But with the Syndra on the other side, if she presses R late game, Ezreal just melts anyways. So it's playable for both teams for the most part. It's just very different styles. It's like meta versus comfort, basically, for the most part. They can't. There's so many OPs ignored. They can't possibly ban Rumble, Gwen, Pantheon, Yunara, Varus, Orianna, Nico. That is true, Ray. In fact, I suspect the jungle was left open, actually. But even if the jungle is left open, I think Trundle is good for Darius anyways. So I would actually have ignored Pantheon in favor of Trundle. But also, I'm not a Pantheon fan personally, so I'm a little bit biased, I guess, in terms of that. And I'm assuming Yunara got banned. Varus might have been open. I can see Varus being open. Actually, probably not if they win Ezreal. Yeah, so probably Yunara, Varus ban is my assumption. Orianna ban, Gwen ban. Rumble probably banned. But the top lane bans could have come in the second half, potentially. Yeah, I just think Flamengo, they draft the comfort pick, so it kind of makes the draft a bit screwy for a game 1 draft for sure. But I think Kaboom's picks are fairly okay for game 1. Like standard, not okay. Fairly standard for game 1. Man, I really hope they show us like the bans after this game at the end, like before break. I don't know if they will. I don't think they usually do, but I have so many questions about this. And all the questions are good ones. Oh yeah, Makes is already abusing here up top. The Darius had to be a counter pick. Like Renekton is not something you really want to wear into Darius normally. Because you slice in, and then when you try and dice out, they just grab you. Maybe in the damage graphs show. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think in the damage graphs, I don't remember they show bans. Yeah, I know like in LTA South, they usually after the game they'll show like the draft order, but in CD I don't think they do, if I remember correctly. Unfortunately, annoying, to say the least. To start, Flamengo is actually kind of winning out most of their lanes. It's only bot lane, but they're kind of getting chunked a little bit. Hey man, it's whoever's running, it's the TO, right? Who's running it? Like I said, I give a lot of credit to Riot Brazil. I think they've done a lot. Their production is generally pretty good, and generally, if you give them feedback, they do listen and try to make things better. So I'm pretty sure this is being run by not Riot directly. I'm pretty sure it's a different TO. I just don't know who the TO is because I've been complaining about their draft the entire freaking split, the entire year actually, that we don't get to see the draft most of the time. Oh, that's cute from Dudu. There can shift over the wall. Nice. Já vai fazendo aquela pressão na parte de baixo. E aqui a gente vai ver que o Wiz poderia encontrar com o Dizin, mas o Dizin fez mais a escolha de deixar um pouquinho mais de visão, voltar para tentar fazer aquele aronga aqui na parte de baixo. Dessa vez o Damage encaixa a sua âncora e olha muita pressão. Oh, Dudu, what are we doing, brother? That was a choice and half. Arcane shifting in. It's also borderline illegal. I think Disney should have kept going anyways. You ate the poke, just go. You're fine. And his early burst is not that high. I like. What's that thing? Main dash? Yeah, no, that dash in from Dudu was really weird. Like the way Ezreal Bard wants to play is they just want to poke. They don't want to be all-inning on trades. So basically you're almost always shifting backwards or to the sides. Very rarely going in unless you think you have kill threat. The burst damage, as we saw from there, like the stun from Giggs landed on Trigo and damage got the engage on Giggs, and Trigo and damage still massively out-traded. If they can lock you down for Philosopher's Bomb, Gatling Gun, they win. The trade, guaranteed.
importante, porque quanto mais pressão o Makes conseguir pegar, mais importante vai pra ele ter uma liberdade no
Okay,
jogo.
good
Olha a
hook.
pressão do Zin.
Geeks is in trouble. He'll probably have to burn flash. Pillar there. Yep. Oh. Okay. Nice. Okay. I mean, Trigo got hyphy, but it's okay. It's perfectly okay.
E apesar do
The kill for Kaboom went to
uma
Geeks.
ótima situação,
And Flamengo got both onto
uma situação
Trundle.
favorável, e a
Isn't?
gente vê no replay como tudo acontece. Por mais que
Not
o
worth
Geeks
it?
possa
How did she go?
procurar que o damage já tinha gastado,
He ate too much damage.
mais cedo custou caro, e o posicionamento
Like, freaking Trigo face tanked everything.
buscou esse abate, não desviou do que do bardo, tomou muito dano do desenho, então pelo menos acabou consegue revidar.
I think it's worth it.
Fica esse abate na mão
First blood
do
doesn't give you extra gold anymore,
mas
so
são dois abates pro
yeah.
Dizão, né, jogando
If you
aí,
trade
levando
2 for 1,
esse
whoever trades 2
E aí
wins.
já
It's better for
não
them, period.
equipara um pouco a pressão que o Wiz talvez fosse conseguir fazer com esse Wukong muito cedo.
Oh,
O
for
Wiz
Kaboom,
levou
yeah,
esses dois abates.
Well,
Mas
Kaboom was the one
pra
getting ganked, right? They have no choice. If they can trade back 1, it's already, like,
funcionar, tem que ser isso.
kind of a
Agressividade mesmo e partir
better
pra cima
scenario,
de
I
todo
guess.
É, o Envy pegou o
But,
recado,
yeah.
hein? Já foi pra cima do Greve. O Gig, se não fosse um bardo, não conseguiria fugir. E agora a gente vai vendo muita pressão por parte do time do Flamengo. Tudo bem que teve aquele abate ali na parte inferior do mapa, mas a gente vê. É isso
Oh,
que
100%. They should have just given Bard,
já
yeah.
ir pra cima.
Dudu should have just ran. As soon as he saw
A gente já observa
Disney coming off from the side, I agree. They should have just
É,
run.
tô achando que vai ter jogada
I think
aqui.
1 for 0 better than 2 for 1.
Eita, não conseguiram
That
controlar
was unfortunate.
o controle de grupo da melhor maneira.
I think Damage just threw the hook out way too early.
Tchau pro nosso menino Dudu. No fim das contas, não vai rolar abate pra nenhum dos lados.
É, forçaram
Like, I'm not
esse
even sure
jogo,
Lollipopping would have hit that hook
porque
anyways.
é bem comecinho de jogo.
That was a little bit outside
Até pro
range.
Bard auxiliar ele nos escapes é um pouco mais difícil. Ele que também vai ter a barreira, perdão, voltando só agora. Então vai forçar o Wiz a fazer uma proteção um pouco
Oh,
maior,
Makes blew his
até mesmo
ghost
porque ele
there.
já sabe que o domínio do Dizin tá tentando ser por
If
essa parte
Make still has
direita.
Ghost, or if
E,
Makes
bom,
has Ghost, this is a kill
o
line.
Trigo
He's level 6 too, so he can
Agora
actually just cut
consegue
right through
segurar um
Bard as
pouco
well.
mais tranquilo essa rota, pressionar um pouco mais o Renekton. A única preocupação é que agora talvez aquela pressão
Similar situation bot where Trigo has to be careful. He's got flash at least, so he shouldn't be 100 to 0, but if Harry gets on top of Trigo, there's a lot of damage to be pumped out.
E, prof, te perguntando um pouco de micro aqui antes de deixar falar até um pouco daquele engage, né? Que a gente
Yeah,
observa,
mid,
parece
Syndra's
que
doing well
a
too.
gente
She's
viu
able to
que o Makes
zone
no chão,
poke
o
damage or
também, mas é difícil
spell
você
damage with
encaixar
Annie.
isso.
Annie's attack range is longer,
Principalmente
but
quando você tá de Nautilus, né? Ele consegue fugir muito fácil com a translocação. Aqui a gente vai vendo que o Dizzy vai outra vez passando aqui nessa parte superior do mapa, mas foi
I actually really like this from Flamengo
Eu
too.
acho que o grande ponto
Because normally, like, Kaboom is calling for the lane swap because they are trying to they keep the Darius down. It's not because Dudu is losing to Trigo or anything. They're just trying to shut down the Darius. But because they don't have flash for Ezreal Bard because of the bot lane gang, damage can just sit up there and help makes basically. And just any sort of engage threat makes it really, really scary. They're really scared now of damage also hitting 6. As well as just the ghost coming back up for makes. And then bot side, as long as Trigo plays careful with flash, he should always outrange the Renekton.
não chega a acertar o stun ali pra cima, mas agora
Yeah.
o Hirit já deu uma
So here it actually has to burn Dominus just to survive down here.
de volta, só que não é muito interesse dele. Ele queria só
Hirit dodging his own Ezreals.
aquela wave ali,
Two shot barrage.
que ele pudesse debaixo daquela torre, mas mesmo assim ele continua ali na lane, né? Viu que se afastou o
Maybe you should prioritize picking Cassandra because having to ban every game is bad and leaving it open is guaranteed loss.
Na última partida que o Makes trouxe esse Darius também, ele ganhou
Yeah.
o early game pro mid, foi dele, ele conseguiu dominar, ele conseguiu colocar muita pressão.
The problem is Cassandra can't do anything to Darius either.
Ele foi jogando do outro lado, do lado
So-
oposto, aonde ele tava, e como ele não
I guess, yeah, he could have picked it as sort of just to deny it away as like a shadow ban for the rest of the series. Would have been not bad.
ele não conseguia participar tanto, e toda essa
But he probably
vantagem
also didn't want to waste this draft because he probably thought like this was the
do time. Entender como
like
esse
you get
time
the
vai
Wukong
jogar
Annie,
com
you had the advantage side of the
certeza,
draft.
né? Pra que ele consiga ser participativo, porque
At least I think that's the general like thought right now.
Ele vai colocando a pressão, mas só que quem
Oh.
consegue esse primeiro objetivo é o
Okay.
time da Kabum.
Disn't got
E
screwed.
além do objetivo,
And V's getting screwed.
também vai de ralo. Agora a perseguição é pra cima do Envy, ele tá numa leve distância, vai conseguir fugir, mas o estrago já tá feito.
Wait,
O objetivo, Vastilar, mas
Kaboom.
também abate nas mãos da Kabum.
eu acho que agora foi
Okay.
um grande exemplo daquilo que eu falei sobre como a
Well played from Kaboom.
o ideal tem uma facilidade muito
I think Flamengo disrespected the Annie Wukong that we're talking about, the winning part of the draft.
o time do Fla, né? Apesar do Dizin tá com dois abates, tá conseguindo acelerar mais o jogo dele, é muito mais fácil pro Gravitar só colocar, stunar alguém.
Yeah, it was a really good turn from Kaboom to make that
Que
happen.
vinha a sequência do Envy, vinha também esse
Oh.
dano do trigo que não tá tão forte assim, e agora a gente
Okay.
vai tomando pressão.
Makes just use Noxian Guillotine for poke
E o
damage.
Multifla vai conseguir fazer
Or for
algo
heavy
mais
trade damage.
ativo
Interesting choice.
nesse momento.
Especially when Dominus is coming up soon.
O Makes só utilizou o ultimate, né? Guilhotinou
Maybe
ali,
since they're immobile, they just can't walk.
execução, porque ele
they
quer
can't
deixar
just
o
walk in and
Makes
out.
perigo nessa
Yeah.
lane. A gente viu também a presença ali do suporte, né, do damage do time.
That's kind of the problem with their comp, and they needed to be the ones to move at the Herald first, and then let Kaboom play into them. But yeah, because they were late and they were coming from 2 different directions as well. Like it was a really good call from Kaboom to just turn immediately on one side and then just pick off the zone. Gets them back into the game too, and now they've also got Grub's advantage.
Estivesse na frente todo aquele começo de jogo por conta do maneira que as rotas foram alocadas, a gente vê agora que o Makes
I do think Disney's been doing a better job on the map though, for the most part, with the exception of those Grubs. He's been getting a lot more pressure. He does need to cover the objectives though. You don't want to be giving this over for free, or at least trade. Here it's hella greedy. When he flashes, pillars coming up. Oh, wait. I don't think that's a good thing, Geeks. Ooh, like I get Geeks are trying to bail out his team member. I just don't think that's the right call there. Like I won't say he trolled or he hinted. Like Garrett was dead either way. Garrett was trolling when he didn't base, or didn't not base but back up. You saw Dizen there. You could have just waited 8 seconds or 10 seconds to be safe, but he opted to step up, and then he didn't flash early too. Like I think you just need to create maximal distance. Oh! Man, they nerfed Syndra. Back in my day, Syndra would have killed him there. I think it's good that they actually moved Syndra's damage off her laning phase to her late game. But yeah, that just hit way less than I thought it would between barrier and heal. The healing shrine. I'll play that, yeah. I mean, late game, the scary part is late game. Everybody's just going to do that to Dudu, and then I don't think Kaboom's actually got a way to play through the Darius at that point. Because even Annie, to get her spells off, gets pretty close to Darius. Like, if you misstep even one step too close, Darius Hook will get you.
Mas eu também acho que ele vai ter que começar a auxiliar o Envy para que essa Syndra consiga crescer um pouco mais rápido, para que ela consiga aparecer um pouco mais no jogo, porque o Gravitar já conseguiu um abate, né? E a gente tá vendo que, apesar de todo o recurso que o Envy aloca pra cima do EZ, ele ainda não consegue dizer.
Eita, foi pego, fica grudado na parede, mas ele ainda insiste.
Or Jizen getting invaded on by the Wukong as a Chundle. That feels bad, bro.
Que é muito acelerado esse jogo em termos de como tá roubando esses
Kill for Darius.
Estão buscando jogadas um pouco mais agressivas e
Strikebreaker, no? Gale Force Darius was... Oh no, he was Prowler's Claw, not Gale Force used to run. But yeah, the gap close on Darius used to be pretty disgusting. Same as Renekton to a certain extent. Dude, Dizen keeps getting picked here. Oh, now that's a good bird out. Okay, Kaboom out playing. Let's go. I like this from Kaboom. It's interesting because it's not even Wiz who's making these connections. It's kind of Geeks who's making these connections right now with these roams. I appreciate that. He's 2-1-2 for a reason. Highest KP. Dudu's managed to snipe and get his way up the KP as well with the shot barrage. And it's very necessary too that Giggs, or if not Wiz, then I'm glad Giggs is like roaming because they need that. The laning is not going well for Kaboom. My big question is all these small leads that they're getting right now. They've always had problems converting in the mid game. I'm curious if Kaboom can keep up this sort of pressure, especially once Flamengo starts to group up. Like right now they're getting this also because Flamengo wants to sit in lanes as long as they can when they've got advantageous lanes. You can see the CS differential on top and mid are like 20 CS advantage. If not for the fact that Greftar is getting kills and assists, you'd be also down almost 800 gold. Ray, are you not a Kaboom fan? You're cheering Flamengo? I thought you were cheering Kaboom today. At least I thought so. He told Lunar yesterday. Oh, Bard is still in the kill. Well, he's the one doing the work. At least he's giving assists to other people. Yeah, literally Flamengo's gold is just still from the lane leads.
Mas o time da Kabum também tá respondendo muito.
Which actually kind of makes me wonder if, because it's rare that we see teams,
Pra lembrar pouco, né,
you know, get a big enough lane lead that they can lose fights and objectives and still
vocês já comentaram sobre como ele
kind of be that even.
muito forte, só que o Flamengo
But I almost feel like if your lane leads are big enough that you can do that, that's better for your team, no?
gigantesco mais tarde no jogo e conseguiu virar.
Like you can continue sitting in your lanes,
Vai ser por aqui.
O quadradinho de vantagem de ouro ficar pulando.
and eventually when you do rotate,
Sei lá, de um lado pro outro, de um lado pro outro.
Só porque tu falou, ele ficou lá parado.
that just depends on whether you can execute the team fight.
Tudo bem, tudo bem. Tô acostumada já.
Mas agora a coisa pode pendular pra um lado só, porque a gente vê a equipe do Flamengo já iniciando esse objetivo e a Kabum sabe que precisa responder nesse
Oof.
momento. André,
Wiz using 1/3 as Herald
vai
spawns.
ter a primeira grande teamfight.
Okay.
Opa, a gente já viu o Trigo ficando
Oh, beautiful play from MV.
atrás dele, já utilizou o ultimate
Is it enough?
amigo.
I think it's enough, yeah.
Sai queimando todo mundo enquanto isso lá atrás. O
Makes us flash too, so.
time, o Trigo vai embora nas mãos do Hirit, que já se
Oh, they don't have enough damage.
toma ali o stun e vai finalmente ser abatido pelo Dizim. Jogador
Yeah, this gets iffy, because Wiz no Cyclone.
a briga recomeça, perseguição do Wiz pra cima
Ah,
do
rip.
Dizim.
Geek stole another one. Hello, Smooths, Vamos, friend. Who are you cheering for? Who are you vamosing for?
Atividade, e agora tem caminho aberto pra fazer esse arauto time do Acabou, ideia.
E apesar da equipe do Flamengo estar à frente do mapa, ótima
Okay, Kaboom just outplaying Flamengo right now.
do Flamengo.
Flamengo actually had a really good angle on the fight too.
O Hirit chegou muito bem. E o
I'm curious what happened on Make's side of the fight, because he did have to blow flash.
por conta do seu posicionamento, e a gente vê como
Because this part, when Envy cut off the rest of the engage, that was giga huge, because Wiz was now deep in there, and his first Cyclone doesn't hit many people because of the guard thing. And right here, I thought Makes would just flash in onto Graftar and kill him. No, show me the Make side of it. Yeah, here it gets the good kill onto Trigo. There. I'm not a fan of Quirky, man. And right there, that portal over was really well played from Geeks. That's what I'm saying. Geeks is good. Geeks is playing really well. Graftar has your heart, man. They're the ones that he came in, he slapped the whole league as a rookie. Oh, damn, Spoods, that. You just reminded me how long it's been since you produced TV Law English. That was 2021 split too, buddy. Yeah, Graftar. I mean, Graftar, like I said, I think he's super Graftar in CD right now. I think he's actually, like, really good. And arguably, to me, one of the best players on Kaboom right now. Yo, if Giggs gets out of here, I MVP him. Okay, rip. If Giggs got out, that'd be insane.
Apesar do Giggs ter sido pego aqui nessa jogada, a ótima utilização do ultimate justamente para impedir que o Tando utilizasse o pilar. Então a gente vê que foi nos mínimos detalhes a jogada.
Herald did next to nothing on that mid lane crash.
Então, mas ele
Because it didn't crash, I guess. It walked
utilizou
up.
o Temper e ele flashou.
Just trundle things, guys.
Gastou
Ele
flash.
não ia usar gastou o flash pra conseguir usar o pilar.
Isso, exato.
Entendi.
Eu amo que a Foguete sabe quando eu não consigo explicar.
That feels really bad for Kaboom, though. Again, like, Kaboom wins the fight. They get the Herald, but the gold actually kind of favors Flamengo a little bit. Because they stop the Herald charge, so it's kind of pointless. And then their laning still better.
Na hashtag Circuitão, que a gente explica de novo se vocês precisarem. E eu tô sentindo falta, hein? Tô vendo que a galera não tá chegando. O pessoal falou que ia acender vela, a galera da Kabum ia colar, nação rubro-negra. Cadê? Cadê a sua mensagem lá na
Cadê a
hashtag
Lágolas
Circuitão?
comentando sobre essa matchup aí do top?
Exato. E o importante das velas também, colocaram um amém no final.
Okay.
Tem que pôr, no
Por
mínimo, né?
gentileza.
No mínimo.
Assim
no
que
mínimo.
seja.
Voltando a falar um pouquinho aqui sobre o jogo, não agora, porque
É,
a
acho
gente
que
vai
vai
fazer
ter
jogada.
dive, hein? Acho que ter dive, o Demis já
I mean, Dizen and Trigo on their way up. I don't know if they'll get there in time. Like, the turret's probably gonna fall, no?
finalmente
Oh?
chegou pra ali também.
Yeah,
Parece
turret
uma
falls.
jogadaça por parte do time da Kabum, pode acabar virando, mas o damage,
Oh,
tomando muito dano.
Trigo gets flank position because of Geeks.
Vai embora. Greve vai de vala também, sobra apenas o suporte, é só o Geeks.
Now the shoes. Oh,
Na roda do meio.
wait,
Vai
Dudu.
rolando o brigo, Dudu insistindo, ele levou finalmente
He's
a
ducking, he's dodging, he's bobbing, he's weaving.
não vai continuar na ofensiva.
He gets out. Shoes kind of on the other foot now. Flamengo win the fight. Kaboom make the better macro play.
Tem pilar, não deixa o Dudu se reposicionar. Ai, não
Like, they get 2
acerta
turrets
por aqui, o
for the
Henry
1 kill they
não
gave
faz
up.
o suficiente pro Dudu
Worth.
conseguir sair com vida.
Big
Agora
worth.
sim, fui até dar uma olhadinha naquele
Go to
último
their
jogo
team.
que a gente teve de...
Oh, yeah, the Trigo.
Mais uma
Oh.
vez do destino. E mais
É,
uma.
será que foi pra,
Interesting.
será que vai conseguir salvar a torre? O Dizzy continua insistindo, dá aquela
Dizzy tá
mordidona no
perigoso.
meio.
Oh!
E o Dudu que é perigoso.
Oh! What? That buffer, dude! The arcane shift? Through the stun? That's disgusting.
Vai embora, porque na parte de baixo
It feels like every time Flamengo get a turret, Kaboom like, ah, we'll get another one. We'll get another one. We're just always ahead of you by 1
Pra
turret.
gente conversar um pouquinho, eu ia falar exatamente sobre dois caras que vão aparecer aqui nessa luta, que foi o Makes e o Trigo. Da última vez Cork. E foi um jogo em que eles venceram. E a gente comentou muito sobre o trabalho do Makes de segurar até o Trigo conseguir pegar o dano, conseguir pegar uns abates e começar a vencer. Essa luta
Yeah, it is a very close game though.
o Makes ficou ali tancando, o Dizin
This
também. Aí o
was
Trigo
this is
chega,
closer than I
consegue
expected it
aplicar o dano
to
dele,
be. I thought one or the other team would get a lead
mas
early and just kind of run away with it, but
mas a
right now they're just going
resposta
toe to toe.
do
That's
Trigo
really
foi
good. It's a
extremamente rápida. Eu tinha
entertaining
falado sobre
game,
isso,
if
a
nothing
Rapunzel
else.
tá fazendo um trabalho de timing, de mapa muito interessante.
And actually, to be fair to them, I think their map movements have been pretty solid too.
Respondeu lá em cima, eles já foram coletar a torre embaixo, já vieram pro meio pra cobrar também.
I know my expectations like pretty low for this, but they're actually doing this well. Oh,
Pra conseguir sobreviver.
they're just a little bit off. If they angled it a little bit further, they get over the wall.
A questão de como tá sendo utilizado esses recursos. Essa
That's the
side
fun part
que
about
a gente
Chemtech.
trouxe aqui até
Actually, I'm
então,
surprised we don't
eles
see
tão lutando
the
principalmente
Blastcones in
um
Chemtech
pouco
being
mais
used for
voltada
more
pra
interesting engages
dano,
more
baseada
frequently.
em vida máxima, a gente vê que ele traz
I
as
feel like
torres,
last year we saw a lot
também
more of that.
tá
And then this year it feels like everybody's just kind of
usando
handshaking it.
essas armadilhas, então até assim ainda conseguir esses stacks todos pra conseguir fortalecer as habilidades demora um tempinho, então não atingiu o spike total e a gente tá vendo a iniciação desse atacante aqui que pode dar problema. porque
Okay.
o forte no flanco já vai estar chegando. Já chegou
Oh, that was a good Bardo. Makes it already dead before he can do anything. Oh, that was really good from Kaboom. Okay, I think my MVP this game is Giggs. Like, legitimately, his Bard looks better than freaking Frosty Bard, man. Oh! I'll play button. Like, yes, Giggs kind of delivered Corky into the backline earlier, but besides that, I think he's pretty good. Yeah, Giggs is redeemed double like Corky. That one's doo-doo overstepping a little bit. He got kind of hypey for it. And I get it. I get it. Like, he's been dodging a lot of things really well. And with Syndra at the early stages of the game, if you can dodge the Q and dodge the W, you're kind of good. But we're eventually going to hit the point where everybody's just going to press R and Dudu's just going to die. There's no way to save him.
Ela vai demorar um pouquinho pra conseguir colocar esse dano, vai levar um tempo e lá está o time do Flamengo, Red Dragon forçando uma luta num momento que o Envy não vai conseguir fazer esse flanco, o Envy não vai conseguir bater tanto, né? Na verdade, o espalhar dos fracos vai ser mais utilizado pra abrir um ângulo pra que o time dele bata do que ele conseguir aplicar esse dano todo. E aí a gente viu que ele foi tentar caçar esse flanco, veio
Man, even that Atakan take was pretty close. I actually really liked the way Kaboom went into it. I felt like Flamengo rushed it. And because of that, they did lose the Atakan, but getting the kills on the back end of it's letting them get this dragon right now. And this is so point. Kaboom has given every single dragon for free. They're not even trying. They're going for the turrets instead, which, hey, respectable. It's gold. Is Dudu gonna die? He's gonna die, isn't he? Yeah, he's gonna die. Yo, Dudu's actually inting this game boy right now. Yikes! Big yikes.
E a gente vê agora que o Flamengo tem uma boa condição de vitória, apesar de Cabum. Espero
Oh.
que vai ter treta de novo, André.
Wait, that's actually really good. Like, he statuses himself while giving Makes time to just wreck everybody else. That's kind of good. Giggs lands another beautiful stun. 1 for 1, but they get the TP. Well, I guess Graftar traded TPs. You blame Bard? Why did he leave Ezreal alone? Because he's Bard, bro. He's collecting chimes. He doesn't care about his AD carry. That's the AD carry's problem. This is so weird to me. Like, actually, no, it's not weird because Dudu got picked. Never mind. I forgot. Yeah, Dudu's already dead still. But, like, I like this, actually. He basically... Not makes. He isolated the makes inherit, and then Inherit was already winning, so... Yeah. Job done. Buys time, and then he comes back out. But Flamengo's throwing back punches really well. They're not crumbling at all. And Envy... Playoff Envy is still scary. 2-0-1, man. There's no threat onto the center right now. His scatter of the weeks have been money.
Já é pico de alma, né? Mais dragão que eles conseguirem garantir é alma pra eles. Esse dragão, inclusive, eles fizeram enquanto o time do Cabo IDL resolveu puxar a parte de cima do mapa. E aí são escolhas, mas daqui pra frente todo dragão vai ter que ter luta.
Mas não precisa nem de dragão pra ter luta, Foguetinha. Olha aí a galera da Kabum já se aproximando. O Damage toma muito dano no processo, se afasta, tenta sobreviver pra brigar um outro dia, porque daqui a menos de um minutinho, 40 segundos, vai ter esse grande objetivo, vai ter o Barão disponível. Então as equipes vão se estranhando, tentando garantir algum tipo de vantagem pra esse objetivo.
Lutar nesses espaços pequenos aqui é perigoso pro time da Kabum, tá?
Bom pro Envy, né?
Exatamente.
30 seconds before Baron, we're all there. Trying to get vision control. I mean, to be fair, it is important, but... Oh, nice Bard ult. Again, Geeks is money with these. Oh no, Kaboom's so screwed up. Wait, how? What happened? Was it Envy just cutting off the back line again? Like, Wiz got melted. I don't know if they'll show us the replay right away, because Baron just spawned. And I do think the teams are still jockeying for position. Dude, they're gonna show us replay? It has to be now. If not, the teams are gonna be back out to the Baron. Okay, yeah. Okay, then they'll have to hold this here. Kaboom lacks DPS. Kinda, yeah. Okay, so factually, yes, that is why they're not winning the fights. But when you look at the comp, they shouldn't lack DPS. It's so weird. You've got a Renekton, you've got Annie Wukong, who have a lot of burst up front. You've got the Ezreal, but somehow, like, in the actual fights, they're having problems actually layering the damage together. Even though their comp has the damage, their execution is lacking it for some odd reason. But then they keep finding really good engage angles, like Giggs and... Mostly Giggs, and Greftar, and Hear It to a lesser extent. Wiz has not impressed me so far. Oh, he's dead. Yeah. I mean, he's running, but he's dead. Wait, can they find Trigo? Oh no. Kaboom's just going on one after another. Oh, well, Geeks gives and Geeks takes away. Flamengo in the lead. Bro, Kaboom keeps baiting me, man. Like, their early game was good. I thought they had a chance. I believed for a sec, and then that happened. And then they're just throwing now. They're actually hard throwing now.
Deixando o time do Flamengo com mais abate na conta.
E isso abre espaço. Galera de casa deve estar adorando ter subido essas duas velas bem agora, né?
Pois é,
subiu a vela, bum, explodiu.
Subiram a vela pro pessoal do Flamengo.
Cabum.
É, pois é.
Ao contrário. Perdão, o clima foi lá embaixo.
E aí a gente vê que o responsável pelas jogadaças da Cabum...
Oh, they didn't reach... You know, I'm gonna have to rewind back to the Baron fight, because that's the one they're not showing.
Foi a sequência de desastre, porque a gente vê que o Bi já tá numa situação ruim, que ele tem que comitar a jogada, o Hirit chega pra ver se consegue esse abate de uma forma um pouco mais rápida, e o que é interessante é que isso coloca o Kate no mapa, numa posição favorável pra equipe.
Oh, it's so point, you're right. Oh man, I want to go back, I want to see the fight. Jeez. Yeah. Chemtech Soul is not that impactful. There's not many shields or heals, so... I mean, Tenacity is nice, I guess. Oh, that was an awkward hook from damage. Okay, well played from Wiz. Again, beautiful Tempered Fate from Geeks to set that up. You catch the entire enemy team without catching the dragon. Perfect setup, perfect take. Beautiful. Geeks is working overtime. Geeks is, yeah, like I said, Geeks is playing this Bard better than Frosty played it, or Redbird played it this last weekend.
A equipe do Flamengo não conseguiu achar essas brechas justamente por conta da falha da composição Foguete, que a gente comentou no começo do jogo, e a gente vê agora pode ser uma oportunidade de sujeira.
If Kaboom still loses, I'm low-key crying for Giggs, man. Oh. Oh, Dudu, no. Dudu, no. Dudu is single-handedly costing his team 3 fights now? 3 objectives now? I can't, man. By the way, I want to highlight too, while all this is happening, Giggs was just chilling up top side. Like, bro was just trying to get vision down. He's like, team? Guys? What's happening? Joker's putting on a Mikhail picture off this one. I don't know, man. Like, maybe. I mean, it's not like dude who's like dashing in. He's not doing the Kulak thing, I guess. He's just getting caught at really awkward times. Like, really, really awkward times. Okay, while this is happening, I'm actually going to go back to the first Baron play, because I think the first Baron play was where things really got iffy. Here? Yeah, here. Because Geeks finds a beautiful engage here, catches 2. then something cut the fight. No, Envy didn't even scatter the weak. Like, Envy just blew out straight away onto Wiz, almost killed him. Why are 3 of them stuck here?
De novo, o Giggs faz mais uma jogada. Acertou 2 jogadores do Ultimate. Ele já fez flash pra frente. Ele separa o
What the hell?
Flamengo. Que vai
Genuinely, what the hell, Kaboom? Sorry, I keep replaying this. I'm trying to understand why.
ele separa o
Like, right here, why are they walking away? Like, here it's in there, bro. Get here it.
Flamengo. Que vai
Back up your buddy.
o Rinit tá muito
He carried for you for like most of split 1. At least return the favor, man.
vai procurar no mapa o que fazer. E agora a gente vai ver na
I don't know, that boggles my mind. That was such a weird fight around that Baron.
Os jogadores estão todos vivos e vamos ver se essas sentinelas milagrosas do Giggs
A gente tá vendo, já tem
Sorry, we know they took the Baron. We saw that part.
trabalho agora. Nunca
Okay, they reset.
perfeito, né, Prof? Porque agora ele já tá muito forte, então as
Okay, that...
mais pontuais pra também não ter informação sobre o Makes, mas tem informação sobre o Envy também.
yeah, I think Kaboom's just making a lot of...
muito forte, fecha o seu rabadão também, então em termos de até próprio
well, I was gonna say small mistakes, except they're kind of not that small. Like, big mistakes are coming back to bite them.
uma jogada quase sendo feita e de novo a equipe do Flamengo vai ter
Like, Flamengo's not playing perfectly either, but Flamengo's making less mistakes. And more importantly, Flamengo is playing together as a team. Kaboom still look very split with how they're playing. See, like, Make's getting caught here is fine because the team collapses so quickly around him. Like, he just becomes bait. I mean, he and Trigo live there. Why? Because Kaboom's not together. Again, like, this fight starts with, yeah, split fight, right? Like, Greftar's going in here, Wiz is coming in here, Dudu and Geeks, and here it's like out in La La Land. You see that right there? Did you see this? Look at here, it's popping. He sees Envy and he walks away. Like, he pings Envy is coming, but he's not there. And Envy's ranged. Oh my goodness, like, that's just brutal. Is this game? No. I think they break base, but not game. 30 seconds? 4 people? And they? Here it no Dominus. Yo, this actually came. The hey? Okay.
Pois é, de novo aparece aí o Darius do Makes, de novo aparece também.
Okay, that is insane.
Novamente, né? Em um certo momento a gente ficou ali naquela dúvida, esse Darius não tá participando, todo ele não tá entrando, mas tá tudo bem, porque Makes e Dizin fizeram um ótimo trabalho de segurar esse jogo, não só pra que o Trigo conseguisse aparecer, até porque eu acho que não apareceu tanto assim, mas pra que essa Syndra do Envy entrasse no seu Power Spike e conseguisse colocar todo esse dano explosivo no alvo certo, né? No alvo certo, tem que sacar isso também. Ela foi virando pra cima desses Real, conseguiu bater, foi aí top damage da partida com 28k, então quase TK de dano, e é curioso porque ela é uma
Okay. Oh, they do show bands. Nice. Okay. Not my preferred way of doing this, but hello, where's my screenshot tool? I need my screenshot tool. Sorry, trying to get a screenshot of this is being kind of silly. My screenshot tool is not working. Windows, please don't troll me today. Not when I'm already being trolled by CD. There we go.
né? Até o momento onde ela começa a encaixar orb atrás de orb.
A gente vê que o alcance dela vai ficando cada vez maior, então é muito difícil você evitar o dispersar dos fracos, e a gente tá dando justamente os banimentos aqui que já estão na tela pra você.
Yeah. So, Orianna ban as we expected. Oh, wait. Yo, no, wait. That's, Flamengo who banned Orianna. What? I am so confused.
Foi um sobe e desce, né? Foi um sobe e desce o jogo todo, e eu acho que, apesar de ser um jogo de quase 32 minutos, foi um jogo de muita ação, de muita coisa acontecendo.
Also, I think MVP of this game.
A gente viu o time do Flamengo indo buscar lutas, indo buscar...
But it's a very, like, split, sort of messy MVP thing for, sorry, I bugged it, yeah. For Flamengo here. Like, the way they played was interesting. Like, their early game, they were winning lane, so they're happy to just kind of sit in lane and they gave up prio. But then come mid to late, I think they just played better in the team fights. Like, they collapse faster as a team. The difference is quite minuscule. I think A7 is going to body them if they keep playing like this. Yeah, Dudu 100% ran it down. Like, how many times do we see Dudu in these replays just get caught? That's like the first time we've seen that. There should be another one coming up soon. Or no, there's already passed the second one. He entered one more time before this, I think. Your Trigo lists were so long there. Did he have Shojins? Ah, here's... No, there's not the one.
quando você joga muito nesse vai, não vai, toma atitude, vamos
Oh,
pra
yeah, that
cima,
was the grab there end.
trocação, bombeiragem, fica um jogo muito carnal, como a galera...
I'm gonna check his build. I think
treina Dragon
he had
Ball.
Chojins, but I'm not sure.
Exato, é um jogo de muito contato que fica muito imprevisível. O time do Flamengo saiu melhor, né? Conseguiram se dar muito
Yeah.
melhor, né?
I'm hoping this is just like a bad game from Kaboom. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's just a bad game. This feels like the Kaboom I've seen most of this split, which is why I get very frustrated watching them because they are such a good team. Like individually, I'm seeing good plays from them individually. Like Giggs this game did so freaking amazingly that his loss is painful. No, he built a. Never mind, he built a collector. Okay, that's a choice and a half. I mean it worked. I don't know why he was so tanky though, considering he didn't build defensively.
O time da Kabum IDL escolheu o lado azul pro próximo jogo.
Você tava olhando o que eu vi, você fingiu que tapou o
Ele
olho,
tava
mas...
Okay,
olhando, ele
so
ficou
Kaboom
olhando.
chose blue,
Né?
or Pogueta thinks that they're gonna choose blue.
Dedinho,
Lado Azul, so that's chose blue. Okay.
assim, ó.
É, ele fica aqui assim pra ver, mano. Parece que ele tá no
Só
sol.
pra você saber que dá pra ver
Sorry,
a mão
I'm
vazando,
trying to
tá?
double check this. Let's go.
Ah, uau, nossa. Uau. Bom, acabou a ideia, então faz a do lado azul pra esse jogo de número 2. A gente vai pra um rápido intervalo e daqui a pouquinho a gente
Yeah,
tá de
because
volta.
red is vermilion or something like vermilion, something like that. Yeah, so they chose blue. That's fine. Like I said, I think game 2, 3, 4, blue is more impactful. So I don't think that's wrong of them to do that. I just think the draft was kind of wonky. So yeah, just looking at the bans is kind of weird. Like, we got an Ori ban, so they just didn't want to give it to Greptar. Okay, that's fine. I guess I get it, but I also feel like MV is really. If you have to do this, then I feel like you should have just chosen blue side in the first place, and then first pick Oriana. Because the Ori pick is just so, like, for Envy specifically, it's such high prio. If the enemy team sees Envy with the chance to pick it, they have to ban it. And in game 1, you could have just... Yeah, I don't know. Like, Greptar has a decent Oriana too. It's just... The threat of it's so high. And we ban Sedge. I don't think we need to ban Sedge, personally, but whatever. Oh, Cassante got banned. That's why. Okay. Then they left the Dares open. I think that's fair. Dares is much more niche as far as picks go. No Gwen ban. Up top. Yeah, I'm going to assume that the Darius was last pick then. Like, after they saw Renekton. Yeah, they went red because they have to prioritize giving makes his champs. You know what, Ray? You're probably right. And now that you mentioned that, I don't think that's a bad idea necessarily. Because Envy is a big enough champ pool that even if he doesn't get his Oriana, he can still do things. Whereas I think Makes is more volatile. Like, if he gets a favorable matchup, I think Makes crushes his lane harder than Envy would. So I guess that makes sense, and then you just perma prio giving Makes counter matchup and let Envy have to, like, pick harder, I guess. I don't know. I don't like the idea of it, but it is what it is. Like, if it's a winning shot, it's a winning shot. Yeah.
Salve pessoal, eu sou o Kakashi, treinador
Hey.
do Cade Stars Academy e vou estar passando na rota do
Kakashi's on Cade? Oh, he's a coach. He's coach for Cade, right? Yeah. I was like, hold up, Kissy's there. Why is Kakashi wearing a Cade jersey? Okay. Yeah, going game 2 will be interesting. But this draft does worry me for Kaboom, that they had such a strong teamfight competition and they still couldn't teamfight for squad. This is what I meant by before game 1 I was saying that the draft is going to be interesting to me more because it tells me like things will be decided on the Rift more than in draft. But the draft for Kaboom does tell me a lot about what they're going to try and do. Because this is not like a draft where they drafted for Hirit, nor is it a draft where we're going to see Super Greftar. They just went for kind of like a generic teamfight draft, which is fine. But the way they played it tells me that these sort of drops don't work for them. They need like a big carry to stand out. You know, like Greftar Victor, where he can just win team fights on his own if he can get a good out off. Like Hirit Nar or Gwen, you know, or Jax, something where Harriet can just take over a game. Sadly, I just don't think Wiz is a carry, and for Dudu, this was one of Dudu's worst games. Dudu is a much better AD carry than what we saw. This is, yeah, I think by far one of the worst games I've seen from Dudu, which is shocking. Okay, wait, let me get that off screen while I log in. Yeah, I actually forgot that we still have more weeks of LTA Fantasy. In my head, it just ended. it ended this week in my head because I was just like, oh yeah, no, we're done, right, guys? Yeah, I'm trying to position this a little bit better. Nope. There we go. I think, you know what? I might just be lazy. If I can afford... Should I just throw, guys? I'm second right now in the LTA South, in the our LTA South League. Yeah, I think I'm just going to throw this week. And just put what I want to see, and I hope they can actually play and not into... Like, yeah, I'm just going to support Pain. I'm going full Pain, guys. If I can afford it, I'm going full Pain. He hasn't played Sedge. He needs to go back to Sedge. Do it. I will. Just watch it. Okay, wait, hold on. Maybe not the... Maybe not the mid lane. Maybe not the mid lane. I don't know. Wait, let me see how much points I have left. I might go 2 rip players, but we'll see. Curry would be Alistar. Or maybe Ro. How much do I have? I have 12.7 left. I definitely can't afford Kaze, can I? Kaze's 14.1. I need 1.4 more points? 1.4? Frosty's more expensive. Rebello's cheaper? Okay. Oh, perfect. I'll switch to Rebello in 80 carry roll then. I hope he gets Yunara. I'd be surprised if they give him Yunara, but... Yeah. Oops. Wait. Oh. I don't know why my brain farted for a second. Yeah, do we think they get Kaze gets Silas? Do we think they don't do their homework and they get Silas? Or should I go Akali? I feel like Akali is the other one that, you know. Akali or Silas? Yeah. I'm gonna change it. I want to see his Akali more than I want to see his Silas, to be honest. Oh, but then Palafox. I'll just leave it as Silas. Forget it. I'll just leave it as Silas. That's fine. Yeah, this actually works out. I think Rebello's pretty good too. I think Rebello will probably pump out similar numbers to Titan, but yeah. For those of y'all who care actually about LTA Fantasy, Rid is the safer bet than Pain is. Rid is a much safer bet than Pain is. I'm just a Pain fan, so I'm trying to put as many Pain players as I can, because I do not care. I am just full sending it with Pain. Live with Pain, die with Pain. I just full sent all my channel points. I put like 100,000 channel points on Pain this last weekend and lost all of it. 100,000 in game 2, and I put another 35 in game 3. And Pain just died. And so did all my points. And I have no regrets. So, for those reasons, I would say do not, yeah, my LTA fantasy picks are not the safest picks. They are just the. Who is Cleberson? Why are they so excited by them? The only clever I know is super clever.
Bora lá, Clebão.
Ouso dizer que se ele não twitta, não começa o campeonato.
E é outro cara aí, ó. O Perigo.
Esse também,
Tá sempre aí, pô. Sempre torcendo pro Flamengo, ó. Seremos campeões. Pô, já tá pensando lá na frente. Já tá pensando em passar.
Let's see. The draft is again going to be interesting. I generally am quite unsure about what Kaboom can do if they are losing with a basic team fight draft when they had some advantages. They actually played the early game well, Kaboom. And I feel like we see that a lot. What does impress me though is Flamengo's winning lane. And I think that is actually giga key. And I want to see more of that in the draft is just counter picks and strong lanes from Flamengo. Because I think if they just have strong lanes, then this is actually a series where win lane, win game. Because I don't trust Kaboom to have better team fighting or better mid to late game.
Pois é interessante, porque a gente vai vendo como a coisa vai construindo, mas vamos ver a construção disso aqui primeiro.
Pix e Buzz, então.
E toma na tela pra você.
Maravilha.
Vai.
A gente já dando uma olhadinha já no que foi picado.
Wait. Draft finished. Okay, so we don't get to see the draft order, unfortunately. The thing bugged out too, so guaranteed not. Where is my draft thing?
Ele cozinhou. Bom, Kabum e DL então escolheu o lado azul do mapa. E agora Flamengo Red Dragon continua do lado vermelho.
Wait, I think they can do it this way. I only care about the bans from last game because the picks are kind of down there too. Okay, we get ourselves an Akali for Envy. So they opened up the Orianna. Very, very interesting from Flamengo that they did that in game 2. But I do think Akali is sort of the handshake counter. Like, I don't think she beats Orianna in lane. But I think later on she outscales and then she just breaks Orianna's ankles. So I like that. Aatrox is an answer to that. It's not bad too. This is a... Okay, why are we going Vayne? Yeah, sorry. It took me a while for my eyes to catch up with what's happening in draft. Why Vayne? Like, Karma Vayne's an interesting one too. Because I think this is a really good sort of mid to late game hunt down. When Vayne scales up, Karma gives her the speed up and she runs people down. But in the lane, this feels really bad. Like, okay, you know what? Giggs is going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting, but he did do it last game, so I kind of see it. I do like this top side. I think top side's fine. I just really dislike this bot side right now. It's a redemption game for Dudu. If you're picking a Vayne for Dudu, Dudu have better damn well carry. Because that is such a egotistic pick. I don't like this. I don't like this too. Again, top side's fine. I just really don't like the Vayne pick here. Yeah, this is a high agency sort of skirmish heavy chaos comp. Like, just tear them apart. I kind of like the Nocturne, but yeah, no, I like this comp in general. I'm just trying to think right now, sorry, because they dive in different angles. Aatrox only deal with one side, or he gets one shockwave. Yeah, it's a good comp. I'll give it a 4. I think it's a generally good comp. Yeah, but Flamengo's comp was already like a 3.5 to me, but I like it into Kaboom's comp quite a bit actually too. Like, I was looking at sort of the matchups. I think Mbessa into Aatrox is a good matchup. Akali into Orianna late game becomes a good matchup. Kaisa doesn't really win against the Vayne necessarily. Like, Vayne is kind of meant to be just the anti-AD carry, but the more I think about it, that's where I was hesitating, because Vayne's like sort of the anti-AD carry, where you just hunt down AD carries. But I think Kaisa can actually outburst her. And I think Kaisa actually wins this. You don't support Kaboom anymore, but Vayne is the most disgusting champ in the game. Bro, I mean, Teemo exists, but yeah. I actually like watching good Vaynes. Good Vaynes are really fun to watch. I miss the old days of like double lift and Uzi Vaynes. But she's not good. Her laning phase is really tough right now. She gets outranged too heavily. And just against the Kaisa, again, I think Kaisa's burst is higher. Like, Vayne wins if Kaisa doesn't win the burst, but I think with like 2-3 items... At 2-3 items, yeah, I think Kaisa just outbursts the Vayne right from the get-go, and then Vayne doesn't get to do that. You don't hate Teemo as much as Vayne. Well, Ray. I feel like you haven't played against enough Teemo then. Or Yumi. Yumi is also more disgusting. But I can live with Yumi. I think she has her place. And she's... Yeah. Like, I don't like it when Yumi is first pick, but... Or first pick worthy. But I think a lot of people hate Yumi more than they hate Timo.
Pois é, e vamos chegando aqui porque a gente vê como a equipe do Flamengo tá um passinho mais próximo de classificar para esse promo relegation que a gente vai ter aqui. Precisa de 2 vitórias. E a gente vai dando uma conferidinha nas runas, justamente a Karma vindo aqui com a Eri, porque não é uma campeã que utiliza muito bem justamente do livro de feitiços. Pode aproveitar um pouco mais essa pressão de rota. Vem também com o Axioma para poder aproveitar dessa ultimate. Então a gente vê vários apetrechos sendo utilizados e a Vayne vindo de ritmo fatal. Então,
Okay, other than Yumi. See, I knew it. Everybody seems to hate Yumi more. Wow, Trigo and Damage are already invading Dudu. I mean, I like the call. Vayne's not... She needs time to get enough attack speed to actually start winning the trades, especially against pretty much every marksman early on. And also her range is not great. So she needs Tumble to get in range. Then she needs Silver Bolts to actually kind of do that. And without the knockback, whose name I've forgotten right now. But without the knockback, she also tends not to win the early trades either because she needs the stun. And Kaisa can just Cathy and Rain. And good luck, she already won the trade. This is more burst oriented. Yeah, let me look up the Vayne abilities now because I actually forgot what the cross belt is. Haven't seen a Vayne in a hot minute. Condemn, that's the one. Or E. I knew it wasn't the keyboard, but I didn't know the name. Woof. Envy going deep in on that trade. Spicy. I like it. Yeah. The one thing, well, not one thing, but I shouldn't. There's some crutch phrases I use when I Costream a lot. I don't use them when I'm casting, weirdly enough. But yeah, I know I said earlier that for Flamengo, I like the win lane, win game approach. It is worth noting, I actually don't think they have winning lanes this game. Like early on, again, Kaisa wins, that's fine. But Karma kind of negates that. Karma is the one who controls that lane, not Vayne. Top side, I think Aatrox will do fine into Mbessa early on. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a skill matchup, obviously, because Mbessa just wants to avoid sweet spots. But I think she does... Like, Mbessa doesn't really come online until she gets Eclipse. Until first item, I actually don't know which lanes Mbessa wins. I feel like she doesn't win many of them. And then mid lane, obviously, Akali is also wanting level 6 and ideally first item. But level 6 and Hextech Alternator is when she starts actually being able to do stuff into Orianna. That's why I'm kind of surprised that MD is trading so hard. I do not think this is advantageous for him. If a Silas trades hard, it's because he's trading health for mana. But when an Akali is trading hard like that, I don't know what she's doing. Like, she doesn't even have enough trade power.
O escudo de Dorans também está utilizando ventos revigorantes na árvore de determinação, então é uma campeã que já está apta a realmente sofrer nesse começo de jogo, mas no nível 5, nível 6 já começa a ficar um pouco mais tranquila porque ela gasta menos energia para utilizar o Q também, então ela consegue utilizar a energia de uma forma um pouco mais coesa e de uma maneira mais frequente, então isso facilita muito.
Yeah, Mix is actually up 20, like a full wave. Why is he up a wave? Sorry, I'm just still trying to figure that. Same thing. Why is Dudu up that much CS against Kaisa? Is Geeks just crushing lane? I really, really do wish I could control the camera and just see like a specific lane. Because I'm most interested in this bot lane right now. Especially after the way Geeks performed in game 1 with the Bard. He looks so good on the Enchanters. Maybe he's always just been an Enchanter player, but he's just been held in a Enchanter, in a engage support, engage meta as an Enchanter support. Dang, now that I can speak, I swear. Trigo's washing. Trigo's made it here. He's a top 4, man. Washed or not, he made it here. And the AD carry pool is not that weak in CD.
Foi bem, então vamos ver se ele consegue manter esse ritmo de vitória aqui, né? Por mais que tenha sido jogo até então, ainda assim é uma vitória.
Oh, Envy didn't base yet. Graftar is completely out of mana though. The problem is Orianna out of mana, her auto still hurt. Oof. Look at this roam from Giggs, man. He's impacting the mid lane sooner, quicker than Wiz does. Oh, and the root. Genuinely, Giggs is really cracked this series. I'm really impressed with Giggs.
Ele é muito importante também, porque ela é uma campeã que traz isso no seu kit, né? Giggs, tem que tomar cuidado.
Opa! Ai, é que o damage apareceu ali, foi o
Ele
suficiente, mas
suspeitou.
ele chegou, ele chegou a ensaiar. Ele pensou, acho que eu vou passar por aqui, pô, acho melhor.
Oh, perfect.
Eu vou descer
Gets to
pro
clear that as
Lua,
well
e
as
aí
dragon
ele
spawns.
sai
Are we gonna see an
de
early
Circuito,
dragon?
que
I
foi
kind of
uma
doubt
cena
it.
do Rakan, e aí ele falou, melhor não.
Maybe Xinjiao can get it, but I don't think Flamengo should be able to realistically contest with this Drake if it gets taken early.
Pra que ela se movimente no mapa é muito bom, né? Então ela consegue fazer esse trabalho muito bem. A Vayne também é uma outra campeã que a gente já sabe, em eras de ouro, ela conseguia ser top laner. Então
Se
tem
vira
gente que
sozinha,
ainda
né?
consegue fazer, ela se vira muito bem sozinha.
When he CS
Então,
advantage.
é interessante pro Giggs conseguir ter esse espaço.
Okay, okay. You know what?
Direcionar outras rotas
Dudu and Geeks are making me rethink this Vayne line.
porque a Soriana vai demorar
Like, I didn't see a ton of innate laning synergy between Karma and Vayne, but if the Karma's just crushing the lane like that and giving Dudu free push, then I could see it as like a babysitting thing where you're just trying to get the Vayne online as fast as possible, give it a favorable matchup, and then, yeah, just accelerate and let the Vayne be the hyper carry.
Porque olha como ele não tem medo
Speaking of hyper carries, I said this yesterday too, but I'm expecting Juggernaut to come back soon.
Agora, Dizin já conseguiu ser level 6, vem passando aqui pela
I like
rota do meio,
Juggernaut.
E daqui a pouco ele pode já puxar aquele gank com paranoia, porque a gente tem 3
And I'll be happy to see Enchanter meta come back in. Oh,
Apaga a luz e vamos ver quem toma.
okay. Wow.
Tem a eliminação.
Really nice setup and play from Flamengo. Didn't just hit level 6 too. Like, he slightly ahead on the camp.
Que agora a gente vai ver aqui
And they took full advantage of that. I really like that.
triunfal, mas ainda assim a equipe do Flamengo abre o placar aqui, uma
Like,
equipe
Nocturne 6 while Wiz is 5. Dive in, get kill, get early dragon.
primeiro dragão aqui,
I didn't think Flamengo was going to get the dragon for drag, but hey, here we are. Well played.
acumulando esses objetivos desde o começo, e
That's also really bad for Kaboom too.
muito bem.
So like I said, I think the skilling on Flamengo generally is better, barring Vayne, and even then, like, there's an asterisk on that one.
É, o Mix não tá arredando o pé não. A gente viu que encaixou todo o dano que poderia com seu Qzinho, o Hirit, mas vem tomando também muito na sequência. E no fim das contas, os dois jogadores ficam bastante miados, mas ninguém é abatido.
Eu acho só pra eu concluir que a grande diferença só é que no outro jogo a gente tinha campeões nas mãos dos caçadores, que eu acho que estão ditando muito essa regra, que conseguiam ser participativos e aceleravam mais o tempo do mapa. Agora, não é
Wiz
tão
is...
simples assim, né? O Dizim precisa de um setup
I need to see Wiz get around a bit faster, bro.
perfeito.
Wiz is at 0 impact so far on Jinzhao.
O dividido, ele não consegue aparecer tanto,
I feel like, especially in the match against a Nocturne, like, you needed to
mas entra por conta disso.
have impact pre-6. Okay, at least he gets grubs. There we go.
O Flamengo tá conseguindo administrar muito melhor até agora, e eu acho que tem uma
That's a start.
característica de algo que você já
Slower than I have liked, but
desde o começo
hey,
dessa série, que se o Hirit
you do
não
what you can.
participa com o time dele, parece que a Kabum não consegue ser tão agressiva assim.
Damage no smite, so shouldn't be able to contest.
Ótimo trabalho de travar ele na rota.
Okay,
tanto
good for
no
Kaboom,
primeiro
good for Kaboom.
quanto nesse segundo jogo também, tanto que naquela luta que a gente teve ali no Dragão agora,
I do think grubs can be
a-
impactful
o
this
time da
game,
Kabum
with
não
how I
fez
expect to see
muita
this game
coisa,
kind of play out.
o ultimate do Dizim
I expect to see a lot, like,
só
team,
subiu quando
a lot less
que pelo Hirit
team fighting than what we see like last game, because while Kaboom's comp technically wants to team fight with Aatrox and Orianna, Vayne and Xinjiao are more than happy to skirmish. And Aatrox split push can be pretty strong by itself as well, so
que você falou mais cedo.
E tá tudo bem. E tá
É
tudo
por isso que
bem.
ele concorda.
that'll be fine.
Mas a gente tá vendo aqui no mapa.
Cara esperto.
Ah,
Você viu? Ele
Oh.
é ligeiro,
é só a
ele é
cara de
ligeiro.
bobo, mas de bobo aqui se pá.
Opa, que isso, não.
Tem aqui também o Gravitar, porque
Olha
vai
o
ter um
ultimate.
Okay.
Que ele vai ser pego na bobeira, o
Grab their
ultimate do
flashes?
Dizin, ele consegue
No?
encaixar o controle de grupo, mas a
Ooh, Dizzy went too deep.
vai ser o suficiente.
Great spell shield from Dizzy.
Consegue fugir da ultimate
I thought Dizzy was dead. I thought he went. I thought, yeah.
nessa
I mean,
jogada, mas
great spell shield, but also he went way too deep on that.
E não tem bobo no circuitão. A gente vê o
Não tem.
Gravitar
I think Griftar played that really well. He didn't even burn flash. He just used the distance to run.
utilizou
He knew he was
o
fast enough.
escudo no timing correto pra evitar a onda de choque. Então,
The problem for
não
Griftar
tem
though
bobo
is that
nessa
and we just don't need him low. When you're down to like 1/3 health, that's when
pelo mapa.
Akali's looking for those kills. It gets really dicey.
É
So,
exatamente essa situação
not completely
que
wasting for
tá
Dizzy.
aqui no mapa, porque o Dudu vai pressionar muito meio que se não consegue nem encostar na onda de minions, enquanto do outro lado a gente vê que a equipe da Kabum consegue ficar bem de boa na fase de rotas.
É, mas quem não tá de
Grav
boa,
could have some barrel out on chart.
o time do Flamengo já vai na perseguição tentando garantir o gank.
Potentially, I think he.
Falou, não tem bobo.
Hold on. When we get a moment, I'll double check.
Dudu,
But I
pode acabar
think
ficando
he
sem
had the ball out
utiliza
too
o
far.
ultimate, tenta ficar invisível, mas agora chega no
Oh!
Dizzy, ele
Okay, he's trying to bait. He's trying to bait. It doesn't work.
consegue.
Fear? There we go.
É
Oh!
Uzi.
Okay. Dudu's trying to redeem himself. Props to Dudu.
O Dizzy finalmente
He's shown why he picked the Vayne. Makes was trying to bait. Kind of died for it. Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly go back on that dive because I think did Grethar leave the ball? No, he. Yeah. So the problem is that he left the ball out there, so he couldn't sombrero at first, and by the time it snapped back to him, Dizin actually did that really well, where he chased right up to the second, where Grethar pulled the ball back with by going out of range. So literally the second Grethar could sombrero, Dizin was too far. So Grethar had to throw ball out, and then Dizin shielded. But yeah, really close. Yeah. A good shot though. Dizin went back. Condemn, yeah. He flashed forward. Well played from Dudu. Okay, nice. This game's shaping up to have some interesting plays. I'm glad that Dudu's recovering from his previous game. Because I think game 1 was very much not representative of what Dudu can do. And when you pick a champion like Vayne, you're saying, give me the ball, right? Like, I'm going to run with it. And if you don't deliver, bro, your team's going to be really pissed. Team Falcons RMC confirmed. What is Team Falcons? I don't even know what that is. Hello, Lunar. Is that a football team? Yeah, I'm trying to stop it from... I should be almost back to life at this point. Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the burst from Kaisa, which is why I don't really feel like Vayne is necessarily the winning side of the matchup. It's... Oh, sorry. I got it. Oh, the Saudi org that... Wait, is that confirmed, Lunar? That Team Falcons is going to be a replacement for Under Thieves? Like, I've heard their name bandied about, but I thought it was not confirmed. And in fact, I actually heard that wasn't going to be the case. But everything I've heard are rumors and not confirmed, so... Oof. Even with the Eclipse, Makes is losing the matchup. That is not ideal. Sheep leaked it? Oh. Ooh, okay. Okay, yeah, I think they ninja sacrifices there. Good fast collapse from Kaboom. Kaboom's playing much better this game, in general. But it's an early game yet. We'll see what happens. I'm still not, yeah, super convinced. Oh, Envy? Oh, because Trigo's coming in. The Assassins want to clean house. They can do it. Oh, yeah. So it's a 2 for 2 at the end of the day. 2 for 1? 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Because it doesn't respawn. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, this... I'm getting more and more concerned for Dudu because... Yes, he's playing this really well. But as the game goes on, there's more and more damage. Oh. Hey, yo, Makes lives. Nice.
Pois é, a gente vai vendo várias jogadas ocorrendo pelo mapa. Respira. E a gente tá vendo que até o André perdeu o ar aqui. Mas a gente tá vendo agora que quem pode perder o ar pode ser o Hirit, porque a iniciação continua, André.
Oh. Wait, Makes, don't hit this. You can see Makes was thinking about it. I'm glad Makes didn't do it. Makes has already messed up once in the bot side. These deaths really hurt the Ambessa. That's a big reason why Makes is so far behind here right now, is because he went for that bot side play, got killed, and missed a bunch of CS. Okay. It hit overstay. Oh, we came in like a wrecking ball. Damn. Real unfortunate for Mango. I like the idea, but it is costing them. Like all these cross map plays they keep making, it set Makes behind. It's giving Dudu a bit of an edge over Trigo. You can see like the plating as well. You have to be careful about how much you're giving up for these attempted plays right now. Like, you kind of don't have to, if you're Mango, be making these plays. You can kind of take it slow. The skilling is fine for them. He lived by making away. Here it came in. What can we say?
blá 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 blá, além de ter pressão de que o bot ser muito boa contra o Rakan. Ela tuita da mesma quantidade que ela fala. É incrível.
É pior que é, né?
What? What are you doing that to Tabs, man? Tabs has great info.
Aproveitando todo
She and Legolas's tweets have a lot of info.
Ela botou.
I actually like reading the tweets. And yeah, though the translation sometimes gets a bit weird on Twitter, but I have to like run it through Google Translate a second time sometimes.
Aqui fomos de F família. É, né? Não sei, né? A Vayne até agora não
O
tá funcionando.
corte
Tá jogando
destacou os meus treinos de inferiores. Muito obrigada,
Caraca, é
Baiano.
verdade.
Tabs like thank you. I don't know.
Pois é, mas é
I mean, yeah. I don't like it here. I don't think this is the right angle for it, but okay. Okay, that's 2 ults down. 2 big ults for Flamengo down. Here it needs to not overstep here. Ooh, Envy. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's precisely why you picked the Vayne angle. I don't think that should have been allowed, if not for the fact that Flamengo burnt everything on Wiz and couldn't kill him. But it's a very good punish pick.
E a gente vai vendo agora que foi uma sequência incrível.
Not as cancels, but yeah, we talked about that, Lunar. I don't know what he's doing, man. Bro is speedrunning cancel this year for some odd reason. Well, we'll see if it tilts him. I mean, he said a lot of dumb things before, and I don't know if him getting cancelled will tilt him or not. So
Olha a diferença de ouro entre o Makes e o Hirit nesse ponto. Então a gente vê que é uma diferença bem gritante.
E tudo por conta daquela jogada do Dudu lá na bot side, que saiu abate em cima do Makes e que atrasou a rotação dele pro top. Ele tava fazendo um ótimo trabalho, colocando uma pressão gigantesca em cima do Hirit.
oh, is he actually? Is there a chance that he gets suspended, Lunar? Oh, that would be spicy.
Travou totalmente.
Wait, if that happens, then yeah, actually, Kate
E o Atrox foi conseguir.
could not just make finals. They could win finals.
Ele é um campeão que quando cresce é muito difícil de você pará-lo, mesmo que não pareça, né? Porque ele tem só o céu dividido.
That'd be crazy, man.
Não
If that
conseguiu
happens.
abate, mas
Like at that point, FlyQuest really does need to get some sort of like HR or PR, or not HR, PR management at that point. Like if it's actually starting to affect your games,
suportar
yeah.
o dano.
Like a player's branding is one thing, especially if you're not cashing in on their branding, but
Tem que ficar voltando, enquanto pro campo dele é muito mais fácil de responder, já que o dano da Vayne entra de maneira mais simples.
É, e a gente vai vendo agora
it doesn't work in sports half the time. I wouldn't expect it to work in esports. Yeah, Kaboom's in a pretty decent situation since Flamengo screwed up the last fight.
várias jogadas ao mesmo tempo. Então nesse
Olha o Dudu,
ponto
olha o
vão
Dudu,
acelerando
olha o Dudu.
demais.
Olha o Dudu já puxou pra cima do Envy. Ele vai conseguir ali sair.
Oof.
Foge com flash, mas
Yeah, that's a
não tem a mesma
solid play coming through. And Dudu's just getting like with the Vayne, you cannot let her get offensive. You need to punish her and keep her defensive in fights. They actually have all the tools for it, but the opportunity cost they made and then that screw up has now cost Flamengo control of the game and how they want to play this.
As 3 vastilarvas garantiu o arauto e tem
They technically actually still have the vision because Kaboom hasn't been clearing out all the vision.
e não só torres.
And on an ocean map, that means bigger comeback opportunities. With these comps as well, there's a lot of comeback rounds.
Esse Rafa pega timing de mapa muito bom, vem o ultimate.
Vizinho apagou a luz, o Flamengo quer chegar, ele vai pra cima do
Okay, yeah, there you go. Right? Quick assassination. And then you just break the fight up. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. And this comes from vision, right? The fact that Flamengo actually had vision around what was happening, who they could go for, and then they just gotta do this. It's such a waste too, because Kaboom, oh man, Kaboom is the king of mid-game throws. Out of all teams,
Pois é, e a gente vê como a jogada se desdobra nesse momento justamente.
they just, yeah, KBM, king of bad mid-games,
Tem reação pra responder,
repeatedly.
São jogadores que estão muito separados e o damage chega.
They had all the leads, they had all the advantages. If they want to go for Dragon, fine, but just clear everything out first. And then set up your proper wards.
Tomam esse engage, a situação
But they kind of skip steps on this.
Dizer que eles criaram um espaço sim, professor. Criaram até demais, porque
And Flamengo just walked right in. To be fair, props to Flamengo for finding the right angle. But yeah, they just walked right in and Kaboom didn't see them coming. And then Paranoia kicks in and they just lose all control.
completamente com essa paranoia.
They were in the lead. At this point, this is where I get really concerned, right? Because now Flamengo just leveled the gold lead completely. And like, I think you said, right, Kaisa is fed. But it's Trigo. Okay, I agree with the first comment. Kaisa is fed. Even if it's Trigo, Kaisa is fed. And once Kaisa starts diving in and killing Dudu repeatedly, it's just kind of GG. It's the Kaboom comp is going to struggle to try and catch, especially if Envy and Trigo don't get hit by the same shockwave. Flamengo can just carry through. There's too many threats to just kind of go around, and all of them kind of break ankles. So
e
Yeah.
puxa todo mundo. Então, o
Learn
time
how
do
that Brazil
lado
is in the LT and
do
the push they have with Emo Esports is expressive. People
propõe
does get suspended.
esse ataque que
Oh.
é perigoso, hein?
Ah, ele apaga a luz pra ninguém se aproximar.
I like this from Dizen. Utility Nocturnes. In fact, actually, funnily enough, I think Dizen did this early in the split with a lot of utility Nocturnauts, and I was kind of complaining about it because he wasn't using it properly. Like, but yeah, using it here was right.
Mas o Mex acha o engage, mas o
Oh,
Mex é
Wiz.
implacável. Mais uma vez ele encaixa. Dardo atrás de dardo, já são dois jogadores do
Does Envy get out?
E o
Envy just needs to kill time,
tá atrás
realistically.
das inimigas e seu gelo.
Oh, there's a turret right there. Never mind. He doesn't kill time.
Vê pra quem vai ficar. Eliminação
Okay, rough for Flamengo, but they got Atakan. I think that's... did they give a bounty over? That's a lot of gold swing.
Olha a onda de minions da parte inferior, superior do mapa, da parte da rota do
No, they didn't have bounties, did they?
forçaram, tentando achar que poderiam sair, mas a gente vê que
Two
ficou um pouco
kills?
esquisito, porque o damage vai pra cima do Hirit, mas não tem como ter follow-up, e isso abre o espaço necessário pro Wiz fazer esse primeiro.
Yeah, I think Flamengo's a little split on that call.
Mas a gente vê que ele consegue fazer uma grande entrada com a
Wiz.
e isso dá
Yeah.
espaço nesse
That Crescent Guard doing a lot of work.
1v1, enquanto no outro canto do vídeo a gente vê como acabou domina
It's a bit unfortunate.
o porque
I don't hate the call for Flamengo to just sacrifice whoever was stuck in the fight. I just think in the first place, damage should have charged in. But that's a very damaged moment, unfortunately. Both teams are throwing a little bit this game. They need to calm down a little bit. Don't try and cheat. Sorry, Elena, I was looking at your statement. Now that Brazil's in the LTA and the push they have with Emo Esports, you'd be surprised if people does get or doesn't get. Because given that Brazil has always been such a inclusive region, I would expect them to push for harder penalties against people who are not inclusive. So I'm surprised. So I don't know if it's missing a negative particle somewhere in your statement. Ray, you want to see what people like Luma and Yula will say because they have no. Well, again, I just don't want people to get too upset or offended. Ori doesn't. Okay, yeah. Yes, I agree with what you're saying, literally. Yes. That's like, wait, are we missing a negative somewhere here? Ray, Ori Shin out seems anti-synergistic, but it's good. It's working, yeah. I think that's props to Greptar and more on Greptar, but also a bit on Wiz for knowing when to use the Shockwave. Because I think right now they're using the Shockwave first to get the damage down, and then Wiz is using the ult to just keep himself alive and break the fight up. The fight was going to break into pieces anyways, because Flamengo all wants to split anyhow. But, yeah. Flamengo is still in an okay spot. Despite the fact that they're down 2 KO, getting Atakan nullifies a lot of that, or helps a lot with that goal lead, and they're also at soul point for Ocean Soul. And once again, as long as they can kill Dudu, that Ocean Soul is going to do work, because then there's not enough damage to actually cut through at that point. So, Are you extremely offended? Yeah, no, understandably, right? Like I don't doubt that, you know, what. Yeah, like I don't really understand what goes through Rippo's head sometimes. And I don't understand what goes through FlyQuest's head as an organization to not have PR to manage this sort of thing. It's ironic too, because when they did franchising, they sterilized a lot of the old, you know, like back in the days of TSM-CLG, the players would say a lot of dumb stuff, but everybody understands that it's what the players are saying. It does not represent the org. It's idiots being idiots. Oh, damage. Oh, nice. Good dance from damage. But nowadays, like then when the org started coming in, they sterilized all the players so that the players weren't saying that kind of nonsense anymore. And then now FlyQuest doesn't sterilize what the players are saying, and it reflects badly on the org because that's been the culture here in NA for so long. Like, it's just such a weird choice. Anyways, back to the fight. Okay, we turn off the lights. That's fine. Yeah, I think this is the right call. Really well played. With the exhaust too. Yeah, and the moment Dudu went down, fight over. Really nice from Flamengo. I love this call, actually. Oh, and they're just breaking ankles. Gorgeous. When Flamengo plays the fights right, it's really nice to watch. Actually, I can say the same for Kaboom. It's just that some of the decisions they make are kind of bad, these two teams. That's why I said, this is the hand checks. The peak of hand checking in Circuito. Like, the call right here was screw the dragon. We've got 3. Give them this one. We want the kills. And just watching Makes and Dizen get in there, causing absolute chaos, just insta-target the Dudu, the Vayne. That was clean. And after that, Trigo just gets to break ankles. Because that's the problem with the Aatrox pick. It's good. It scales well. But against this much agency, it's such a hard pick to execute.
Sabe qual é o pior? Eu acho que ele não ia acertar.
Ele ia.
Ele ia.
Ia. O
Ele
pior
ia.
é que
Nesse
ele
replay
ia.
agora eu fiquei na dúvida.
Eu
Quando
acho
eu
que
vi
ele
no
ia.
ao vivo, eu falei assim, ele ia acertar, ia ser quadro absurdo.
O pessoal da produção
Damn, this game's a banger. Yeah. This game's having some really nice team fights. Not as good as A7. I don't know, Lunar. Honestly, watching the mechanics on display here, I think is...
De novo.
It's showing us prettier stuff than what we saw yesterday. Again, there's the argument to be made that it's not necessarily peak legal positions, because...
Perdem esse dragão pro
Actually, no. I wouldn't even say that. I think the engages are just spot on. They're clean. They're nice. They're beautiful. And watching Flamengo fly around is really cute. It's really nice. I will say A7 looks better in terms of the way they play the map and not throwing as much as Flamengo's throwing. But the actual fights are a thing of beauty to watch between these two teams sometimes. Sure, hard competition for sure, but higher mechanics here. On show. Good dispersal. Not enough. Yeah. Wiz is doing a lot this game in team fights, but he can only disengage once. There's just too much mobility. If they don't instantly burst down Trigo or Envy, it gets kind of tough for Wiz now to try and just keep everybody away. And in the first place, I don't think you can insta-burst Envy or Trigo that easily. Even if you land the shockwave, it's not quite enough. Especially, yeah, there you go. Seekers on guard, that's what it's called. On Trigo, I'm waiting for Envy Seekers on guard, and then at that point, I just don't think it's playable. Now this is just who doesn't get caught under turret lots. No, I'm saying like the fights, Lunar, are more beautiful. I'm not talking about the macro or like the decision making. Even though, again, I think Flamengo this game, like their willingness to full send on these is nice.
Eu chamei a atenção exatamente pra isso. Eu estava muito curiosa pra ver o Trigo e o Damage com uma bot lane onde eles poderiam agressivar.
Was there no shockwave?
Onde eles poderiam
It's showing us shockwave is up. I thought they used shockwave. I thought I saw the animation. Sorry, hold on. Let me double check.
pra ver lá no começo do jogo. Eu chamei a atenção exatamente
Was this? No. Oh, I thought that was it. It wasn't. It was Redemption Plus.
pra ver o Trigo e o Damage.
The Shinja out. Never mind. Okay.
Onde eles poderiam agressivar muito mais. Onde eles poderiam criar jogadas. E olha como tá funcionando bem, olha como tá sendo efetivo. Cara, quando você é uma Vayne,
Yeah, it's GG for Kamuma at this point.
você não tem nenhum outro campeão pra fazer uma frontline, pra
Flamengo would have to do, I think, 2 throws? 3 throws, I think, at this point. 3 throws or like a massive one at Baron where Kaboom just ended the game. But it's 5 minutes away from Baron since Flamengo just took it. Dragon's irrelevant. Yeah, I don't think it's throwable at this time.
Justamente para manter a pressão do mapa, então de novo pode colocar a equipe da Kabum numa situação que a Vayne tenha que entrar, porém o Dudu pode ter seu flash disponível e também fechou o términos para ter um pouco mais de resistência. Mas ainda assim, eu não vejo que isso é o suficiente.
Kai's doing so much work. Yeah, actually, and yeah, Envy's getting all his kills taken away. That's fine though. I think Trigo getting it is okay. Envy's still big of enough of a threat that he's doing his job. I do think Trigo's also been doing his job pretty well. Envy's early game was really iffy. Like some of those early fights he was taking, he was playing like he had 2 items, like he had burst damage. Ooh, Seekers picked up for Envy. Okay, yep, this one's gonna be super hyper rough. G, flippin' G.
É isso, né? A tarefa vai ficando dificílima pro time da Kabum pra tentar se virar com essa Vayne, né? A gente já viu o patrão ali falando que foi F e o Trigo tá cada vez mais ousado. Olha ele, hein? Sozinho, tem 3 jogadores se aproximando dele e ele já se reposiciona porque o próximo grande objetivo, prof, tá daqui a 15 segundos. Dragão do Oceano pode ser a alma do Fla.
Detalhe, né? O Nocturne já tem a sua ultimate disponível, então automaticamente o Dudu fica com um target nas costas dele, porque é exatamente o alvo que o Dizin quer encaixar. E ele pode guardar essa ultimate pra exatamente...
Makes and Envy both have TP.
A gente já vai vendo
There's a warp behind the Dragon Pit as well.
de contornar
They need to clear this out, bro. How many times have teams lost because of that?
É isso, já utilizou o ultimate, vai ali acabar.
Oh, Dizen?
No fim das contas, o Wiz consegue o objetivo.
Okay.
Ao mesmo tempo,
I appreciate that, Dizen. He tried to do the drive-by with the paranoia,
o Mix já chegou no
and then just flash out with the movement speed buff. Didn't quite get it, but that's fine.
E o próprio Mix vai colar por lá pra abrir por completo a base do time da Kabum, que apesar de garantir esse dragão, vai ficar...
Lunar, is that the qualifier match for the upper finals for LRS, Sikar and Maze?
Vai ter briga por aqui também, ó. Não tá nem aí o time do Flamengo, deve já passar.
Yeah, they're just gonna get wrecked at this point.
O Giggs vai embora. O Wiz é
They lost the game for the Drake.
vai ser focado. E ele
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think Kaboom lost the game already. It doesn't matter whether or not they lost it for the Drake. Even if they go back and defend, it lose anyways because Ocean Soul is too strong for them to deal with. So, oh, lower semifinal. So it's elimination, same as the side then. Okay.
E agora a equipe do Flamengo segue marchando, não garantindo um dragão, mas levar o inibidor da rota do
Okay.
meio. Querem também tentar garantir o da rota superior.
Oh, so then the same. Wait, lower semifinal is for the seed? It doesn't. It's only 2 seeds, right, from LRS? And they don't have academy squads, do they?
A equipe do Flamengo cada vez próxima de conseguir fechar 2 a 0 e colocar a equipe da Kabum contra a parede.
E André, a força que o Flamengo tem agora, porque tinha a Kali e a Ambessa. Olha,
Uzi.
É, o Triguzi.
Foi,
A
foi, foi
Tabata
pra
do meio
Tabata.
Oh, there's only one final. Oh, the format's different. Okay, okay.
Essa daí que a gente sabe.
A Tabata falou, começou a dar tudo errado para o pessoal da Kabum dele, você viu?
Nada a ver, mano.
É o buff da skin.
O baiano falou, tava dando certo.
Wait, lower?
Desapareceu o desastre.
Mas em defesa da...
Wait, no, their format's okay. So it's their lower finals.
Entendeu? Então ela falou muito
Então
antes.
já foi quando a Caixa
I'm still calling it lower finals because they have an upper and a lower bracket. So in my head, it's a lower finals. But okay, I get what you're saying. So it's to face Fire and Ven in the finals, who's already locked their seed. Got it. Okay.
O tweet.
Aí era ritual, né? Aí é complexo.
Man, I never knew Enga was Argentinian actually for that Renska roster, but I guess it makes sense. I knew that they had a lot of imports,
Inclusive, aquilo
the
lá
Renska
que
roster.
na
So
transmissão é a
it shouldn't surprise me.
do CD da Xuxa se você ouviu ao contrário.
Pois é.
Transcrito ali.
É picar verde contra Nocturne, né?
Exatamente. É, pois é. O que eu ia falar agora sobre o jogo é que, primeiro, a gente já tem 2 zonas, eu tinha chamado a atenção pra isso, né? Esse ponto ser complicado. E uma outra questão, André, a gente viu a Akali e a Ambessa pressionando, levando torre, levando inibidor,
Well,
enquanto o resto...
the problem there is that the loser of the upper semifinal, if you want to call it a semifinal, drops down to the lower semifinal.
Uma Caixa
But the lower semifinal, that means you're playing 2 semifinals, which doesn't make sense because there should only be 1 semifinal, which is generally when there's an upper and lower bracket,
que vão
it becomes upper finals and lower finals.
tinha comentado, chamado a atenção, que era tão impactante pra eles. A gente vê que o Dudu começa a construir esse item também.
So
Mas será que
common convention has it as upper finals and lower finals rather than lower semi or upper semi, which just confuses things.
O time do Flamengo vai ficar numa vantagem monumental. E agora
Like you can see it however you wish, but yeah, there's also just common nomenclature.
apertar o acelerador para conseguir finalizar, mas o time da Kabum vai procurando uma resposta. Eles vão se unindo, são 4 jogadores na rota do meio para tentar fazer a segurança. Só que
I think it makes more sense than having an upper semi and a lower semi, where you're going to be playing in both semis. When a team will be playing in both semis, for sure.
conseguir arrumar alguma coisa no Covil.
Já tá praticamente morto.
Upper finals, lower finals makes more sense because at least you cap that's the end of the upper bracket, that's the end of the lower bracket, period. And then the grand finals is where the upper and lower meet.
Tá numa saia justa porque a iniciação vai vir e vai vir agora.
Dude, the fact that Wiz can't even kill damage at this point is, yeah,
E lá de longe o desenjato.
feels so bad.
Dudu, ele consegue o afastamento, ele se reposiciona, ele vai brigando pela sua vida.
Dude, Dudu is trying so freaking hard. Dudu's playing this so well, and it does not even matter at this point. They're swinging wallets. That's game. Props to Dudu, though. I think Dudu did a great job coming back from game 1. This game 2 was way better.
Água entregue às mãos do inimigo. Ele tenta ganhar tempo, mas o Flamengo não tá nem aí. Já tem gente adentrando a base, teleporte.
Way better.
O Trigo vai puxar.
I just wonder if we had a different top laner instead of Aatrox, could this comp actually have worked for Kaboom? If there wasn't like 4 people who can all jump you, would this comp have worked? It also makes me really wish we knew what the draft order was from Kaboom here. Like, did they pick the Vayne after they saw everything else? Because if they did, then this is kind of troll. But if they pick the Vayne and then Flamengo just all in on Assassins, then this makes a lot of sense, and I feel bad for Dudu. Because the Vayne feels like a really good pocket pick that could work if there wasn't so much dive on the other side. Not enough hit? I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like the Aatrox is not the right call for this comp. Something that could peel a bit better would have been better. But Aatrox against this much mobility, it just feels super bad for Hirit, man. The skill gap you need to pilot this Aatrox in this composition, against this composition, pardon me. Yeah. The men could have ended this early, but they wanted to do Kinda, yeah. I agree they probably could have forced it, but I don't hate what Flamengo did, because I think Flamengo did the safe choices, and it wasn't like they faffed around while waiting for the right choices. They just did what they had to do to win in the safest way. Because there's still a chance they can throw to Dudu, right? Like we saw in that last fight, Dudu staying alive, which is pumping out damage. And there is a world in which you misplay that, and then Dudu just gets like pentakill and then game ends. So I don't hate. That's why I didn't complain about Flamengo like playing it slow. I think they just want to make sure they didn't risk a comeback. That situation. Did you see they made Victor's old base skin into a new skin? No, I didn't. What? Why would they? Okay, wait. I'll take a look at that. Actually, no. I'll do it now because I do want to take a quick break. Victor. New Victor skin. New skins.
Foi 15 minutos ele já tinha percebido isso, né?
Ah, não. Foi ali
Não, mas é...
no segundo, terceiro dragão.
Wait, Machine Herald Victor's the old skin.
Mais targetadas mesmo, assim.
Oh, that's the only skin. These aren't his skins.
Só pra ultar em cima do Dudu.
No.
Eu acho que também faltou pouco.
I mean, not gonna lie, I miss his old skin a lot. So I'm glad his skin is coming back. But I hate that. I hope they give the skin to people who have like full mastery. Yeah, I saw a comment. Somebody said that too. Hold on. Oops, sorry. Somebody said that. Yeah, this guy. I agree with this. They should be given to the old like Victor mains who've mained Victor. I actually prefer his old skin, by the way. So yes, the glorious involution. The glorious revolution. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like it's what they did with Sejuani, right? When they changed up her skin, they gave the old skin to everybody who owned Sedge before that. Who played? I think played a certain amount. So I think that's much more fair. Victor mains. I had a friend who was a huge Victor main back in the day. Yeah, I think he deserves old skin. Okay, I need to quickly use the washroom for a bit. So I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this one goes 4 games, guys. The boom looks kind of broken. Yeah, which doesn't surprise me, but still, not great. So, no, why are you bullying Victor main sooner? Just because they beat Kaisa? Just because they counter you with freaking Chaos Storm when you dive in? No, man. Victors deserve better. I am not a League of Legends Victor main, but I really like Victor's playstyle on Riftbound, so I'm a Riftbound Victor main, and I like his old skin. Okay, be back.
Já estou tampando os olhos porque eu não quero ver. Aqui, ó.
Não, agora eu tô confiando aqui, ó.
Pra esse jogo de número 3. Meu Deus do céu, que loucura. Pode.
Fala, mulher.
Pra esse jogo de número 3, o time da Kabum IDL faz a escolha do lado vermelho. Tem que trocar,
cheirosinha,
né?
André.
Sério mesmo? Ah, cara, é verdade.
Uma cheirosinha.
Legal.
Enfim, a equipe da Kabum agora vai pro lado vermelho e acho que tem que mudar, né, Fogueta?
Eu fiquei um pouco... Tava atrapalhando?
Não, tá
tá.
suave.
Bom, vamos para um rápido intervalo, que o clima ficou esquisito aqui, mas daqui a pouquinho a gente tá de volta pra esse que pode ser o último jogo dessa série. Não sai daí que o Circuito Desafiante volta já já.
Um sonho. Vários desafios. Muitas possibilidades. Um caminho. Investir no seu eu de amanhã. B3. Muito mais do que a Bolsa do Brasil. Com você, forjando talentos e investidores.
I have returned. You missed the giveaway. What giveaway? Okay. Those of y'all who were actually here last week, riddle me this. Did Kaboom look like this last week, or did they look better than this last week? Because, not gonna lie, right now they look about what I expected, which is not great. Let's see if we know which side Kaboom opted for, red or blue. Again, I curse the fact that we don't know the draft. It's really frustrating that I don't know when the Vayne came in. Was full Hero Gaming? Okay, yeah, then yeah, that's a bad sign for Kaboom. I just don't understand, right? Like you. Okay, besides Ranger, who's the other coach for this team? Let's minimize these so I don't get distracted. Medina. Medina's coached other teams before. No? No, he has not. He's IDL, Kaboom all the way. It was Kaboom Academy in the past. But he was the coach when Kaboom Academy was... Well, okay, to be fair, no. This Kaboom Academy roster was not winning because they had better strategy or macro. They were winning because they had the best individual players in their roles. The Ocean Super Clever together was just broken. And Screw was very lane dominant, so that was fine. Okay. Yeah, this is the problem then, because I don't think you go full Hero Gaming into makes. Yeah. Let's see where they go. If Hirit's what got them here, then I think if they want to index a Hirit, they need red side. They don't have a choice. But I don't even think red side is that good for them. There's too many OPs that Flamengo can just let through. Dizen's Pantheon is good. I think Yunara also becomes an issue. Like, Flamengo is just going to let Verse or Yunara through get one of them for Trigo. Okay. The one good thing is that at least Trundle's taken away, so Trigo doesn't get a free Jin anymore. If you do Trundle Jin, that's kind of busted too. Like, it's arguably a better combo than various there's Trundle. Red side minion Chancellor. Well, okay, I could see why you might have that opinion. You might think that I'm a red side proponent. Statistically, blue side is better. And actually, before you got here, I was talking with Ray, and I was saying that I think blue side is better in game 1 and game 5. And then in 2, 3, 4, I think it depends on how well you can play counterpick. If you can play counterpick, go on red side. If you can't, then go on blue side, basically. So I actually think, generally speaking, blue side is slightly advantageous. But that's why I kind of asked, like, how did Kaboom win? Because if it is full Hirit gaming, then you need to give Hirit counterpick. Because right now, Makes has his number with counterpicks, right? Like game 1, the Darius into Renekton, that's really tough for Renekton to play. Game 2, the Ambessa into Aatrox, you've got that mobility, which sure, you win lane as the Aatrox, maybe, but later on, it just becomes harder and harder for you to deal with the Ambessa. And I don't feel like Hirit was... Even worse for Hirit, I don't think he was being set up for success with that draft. Like, with that much mobility, they're breaking ankles. In fact, with the bans that we saw come through, it looks like they picked Aatrox... oh, wow. Why did my pin suddenly get so... Aatrox was probably R3. Because they're banning bot lanes for 4-5. So, which means the Vayne did come in later, which makes me less impressed with the pick. Like Dudu did it well, but that comp was not a comp you want to pick Vayne into. When everything's just diving you and punching you.
Então é uma coisa aí que ficar atenta.
Seria esquisito, né? Os caras vêm com emoção.
Choices, man. This whole Kaboom roster is just... I blame coaching staff.
Eles tomaram o 2-0 e eles viraram, né? Então, assim, a gente sabe que os caras são resilientes, mas a gente sabe também que às vezes nesse momento...
And with Ranger being on the coaching staff, even more so, to be honest.
Mas, pra gente começar a falar sobre a história desse terceiro jogo, que pode ser o último, ou que pode ser o começo do milagre do time da Kabum IDL, Pix e Bans na telinha.
Okay, we get to see draft and pick order. Let's go. Yeah, we're looking for AD carry here. It is Jin for Trigo, and it is Kaboom on red side. Okay, nice. Money on the calls today. Kind of sad that I'm money on calls for the teams that are
Opa,
Ah, é
Kinda
honesto,
sus.
vai.
ok,
É honesto,
ok.
é honesto.
Bom. Contra um Jin, eu
Depois-
gosto.
Okay, okay. Let me get this down and let's take a look at this draft now. You blame me for the fact that Kaboom's red side? Do you think that Kaboom should have been blue side? Lunar? Is that what you're saying? Because, yeah. Let's see here. It worries me that we're banning Yunara on blue side for Flamengo. I think that's actually a really bad sign. You ban Gwen away from Hirit? Okay. Moving his carry options. Silas ban and Envy, that's fine. Aurora ban and Varus ban, okay. I get banning the Lucian instead of the Jhin because you've already got the Poppy as a tank, but I low-key think the Jin's a lot scarier than the Lucian for Trigo specifically, like as a player targeted ban, personally. They remove Sivir, Jinx, which is funny because I think Trigo is actually a pretty good team fighter, but I think that the call it was always going to be they wanted Trigo here. Blaming for Hirit Esports, I literally got nothing to do with Hirit Esports and Kaboom IDL and so Trigo is wash, Cassante is open. Cassante is open, but you don't want Cassante into Sion. Or yeah, I know guys, we've seen Cassante's rip Sion apart here in CD. It is not that good a matchup normally, unless the Sion screws up. Yeah, I don't like the Flamengo comp to be honest. I'm not a fan of Vi and Talia that much. Like they have their place. It's not bad. I just don't like it personally. There's a lot of pick potential with this composition, plus a really strong tanky front line. I'll give it a 2.5. Very, very average comp. Like technically all the picks are meta-esque picks, but I don't like it. This is a much better comp for me, front to back comp. The only concern I have with this comp is the engage is a little bit weak. And that actually could hurt them. I think this comp's way better. Let me just check. Yeah, you don't need Mega Gnar because you got Poppy. Gnar into Sion's pretty good. Azir into Elia's kind of meh. Zeri into... Okay. I like the Kaboom comp. I'll give that 3.5. I think Kaboom's comp makes a lot more sense. The big problem I have with this comp is you don't have Engage. And if you don't have Engage into this composition, Flamengo can just keep fishing for picks. And eventually they'll get one, which is the little bit scary part. For that, I was thinking about 3. But no, I think 3.5. It's fine. It's fine. Because Flamengo will probably pull the trigger. They've got Nico, Vi, Sion. They want to engage. And I don't believe Flamengo has the patience to not engage. So the question just comes down to the actual team fighting, which has been an issue with Kaboom. This entire split, Kaboom's team fighting is questionable. Last game was probably one of their better team fighting games, but like if you look at game 1, for example, they had a great team fighting comp, but they could not team fight. What do you mean for Flamengo? Just blind pick it? Mono champs don't care about bad matchups. True. I mean, you banned... Well, I guess there's the worry about Jax. Like, you banned the Gwen, so I feel like one of the scariest matchups is gone. They could have gone Jax for Hirit, though, so... Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay if they picked Cassante there. That's fine. Yeah. No, it's okay either way. Yeah, out of all games, this is probably the most advantaged draft I think Kaboom has had. So if Kaboom can't execute this, they fully deserve to get knocked out. My problem with Flamengo is I've still not seen... I need to see Flamengo closes out clean. To be fair, it's a bit of a tougher comp, I feel like, to execute for Flamengo. So if they can pull it off, maybe they can take a game off A7. And part of me wonders if Flamengo dropped it this way because they kind of... This game is not a critical game. They can afford to do stuff like this. And then if Flamengo lose, they just pick blue side again for game 3 and open up Yunara. Because if you're telling me Trigo can't play Yunara, then... Yeah, Flamengo doesn't deserve to promote. But I cannot believe that Trigo doesn't play Yunara. So I've got to assume that this is just like a second string draft. Like they're okay with losing one game, it doesn't matter. They can afford to play other drops and try it out.
Para justamente achar brechas em termos de teamfight, porque a gente tá vendo que a teamfight, André, vem sendo a grande dinâmica da série.
Exatamente, a gente já viu os dois times se degladiando em todos os momentos possíveis. Na primeira partida foi assim, na segunda não foi diferente. E ao que tudo indica, Vai ser brincadeiro o que vai acontecer em Summoner's Rift nesse terceiro jogo, que lembrando pra vocês, partida decisiva, quem vencer por aqui vai passar à frente, continuar sonhando com o título do circuitão.
Last game. Let's start the laning.
Então, de um lado, a gente tem o time do Flamengo que vem buscando esse terceiro jogo.
Jhin should win lane.
Travar a sua vaga, e do outro lado,
Nar should win lane, and then mid lane kind of back and forth. I think Talia has early prio. She's got better push.
Flamengo Red Dragon e Cabu IDL pra você.
Pois é, e vamos chegando aqui.
Kaboom just want to scale up to infinity, so Flamengo need to be proactive this game. And to give credit to Kaboom, their early games have been good. It's the mid game where everything falls apart. If they can tide through the mid game, I think Kaboom will just outscale.
Jogadores que já jogam há bastante tempo. Tudo bem que tem o Dudu que chegou agora, mas ainda assim por mais
Double sustain damage threats against Sion. Good way to rip through him.
Então a gente tá vendo que
Mecanicamente falando, ele foi muito bem. Né?
exato, mandou, acho que na partida anterior ele foi o melhor na minha concepção da equipe da Kabum, então acho que
And then game 4 will probably be like Cassante plus hyper carry for Trigo. if it goes to game 4.
Os campeões a menos pra se escolher, mas ainda assim eu vejo que é uma dinâmica que eles podem conseguir contornar e a equipe do Flamengo também não deixar esse pensamento ficar muito à frente e o Decano Lawrence já chegou.
I should check and see if Flamengo has like a behind the scenes sort of like video.
Mas o Trigão gosta.
Like the way Loud,
O Trigão gosta.
Gate, and Pain were doing.
Curte aí esse campeão, a gente conhece muita gente que tem essa rixa aí com o nosso querido
Decano
Jhin.
Lawrence, baita nome.
Eu não entendi a
baita.
referência.
Eu
você
também
entendeu?
não peguei.
Conclave, o filme.
Ah, pode crer. Eu não assisti ainda, vou assistir em breve. Ó, mas aí tem também o Kratos, hein? Outro cara que tá sempre por aqui, lançando um Vamos Meu Mengudo, hashtag Circuitão. Continue aí torcendo, continue mandando a sua mensagem para a gente. E professor, enquanto vai rolando essa troca de tapas aqui um pouquinho mais sincera na rota do meio, você que já esteve lá, eu vou querer te fazer uma pergunta um pouquinho mais psicológica do lado do jogador. Como é que é essa história de...
Yep, there's level 2.
Olha a chamada.
Insta cleanse from Dudu. Dudu knew he was gonna get shafted by that.
O Dudu ao utilizar ali o seu feitiço de invocador, eu só queria trocar essa ideia com você.
Sometimes I just find it funny how
Mas o que eu queria te perguntar é
Timing
exatamente...
perfeito.
like bot laners know they're about to get screwed, but they still do it
Realmente a utilização,
anyway.
na parte mecânica, o Dudu realmente vai mudando muito bem.
I guess you do it for the
Vai
CS.
tentando forçar esse erro com muita agressividade nesse início de jogo, enquanto eu complemento a pergunta, professor. Chega nessa hora, como é que você faz pra fazer
Can they
esse
dive this?
de imaginar que tá 0 a 0
Or is this just invading to deny buffs?
Normalmente acho que exercícios de visualização
Oh,
acabam ajudando
sheesh.
bastante, dependendo
Yo,
do
Flamengo
esses
completely
exercícios
dominating the bot
você
side of this map right now.
ter e ancorar o seu foco, acho que exercícios de mindfulness funcionam muito bem. E
Oh,
ainda
Wiz
não tá
did
tendo
not get the blue
uma
buff.
salva,
Okay.
não. O Dizzy indo muito pra cima do Wiz, mas
No,
aí
did he? He did. He did get the blue buff.
tentou roubar o efeito azul, acabou que ele conseguiu.
I actually can't tell.
Conseguiu,
No, he didn't. There was like a blue aura under him. I was like, that doesn't look like a buff, but I wasn't sure. Okay, so Wiz got denied. Nice. Well played from Dizzy.
Muito bem da vantagem em termos de range, aproveitaram muito bem que eles tiveram esse nível 2 e consequentemente
Big
isso garante
advantage.
também que o Dizzy continue
And he's
fazendo
taken
a
Gromp.
selva, mas já foi visto pelo Wiz. Pode dar problema aqui, André, porque a equipe da Cabo não quer ceder esse Gromp de jeito nenhum.
Eu acho que o Dizzy confundiu um pouco, né? Ele não tá ligado que o time do Flamengo trocou de lado, ele tá achando que a salva vermelha é dele. Tá por lá, já garantiu esse bônus, agora vai insistindo, enchendo o saco do Whisky, só queria dar uma farmadinha.
The Vision battle. I don't know if Vision knows there's a ward in there. I felt like Vision was in the area when the ward dropped, but it's literally just fighting over Gromp. Now they're calling Envy and Bro. What is this Gromp?
Transformar a vida do Wiz no inferno.
We prioritize clarity?
Tem visão, mas olha aonde os Dudu estão. Eles não podem sair debaixo da torre.
I mean, I don't know what that blue thing was around Wiz for a second there, so.
Fazendo esse papel de sombra aqui pra não deixar nenhuma movimentação acontecer sem que esteja sob a sua
That's not how you spell crepes, Lunar. I don't.
da equipe do Flamengo aqui em tentar
Nor is it how you spell craps.
enquanto na parte inferior do mapa o Dizzy ainda tem todos esses acampamentos pra farmar. Então se ele quiserem ficar rodando
British
no
Mango's
mapa,
craps just
segurando,
sound somewhat
garantindo que ele
painful.
consiga acelerar os seus campos,
I don't know, red
ele
craps
tá
just sound painful as a whole.
muito bom pra continuar fazendo isso.
Okay, Wiz is quite far behind now. The problem is Dizen's also a little bit behind. He did waste a lot of time there.
O qualificatório, né, lá no primeiro split que ele jogou pro Circuito Desafiante, em todos os
I think they'll be
outros
fine.
ele trouxe esse campeão, trouxe no
Like,
primeiro,
Wiz trying to invade
trouxe
this feels
no
really
segundo
risky.
split, trouxe no segundo,
Makes us no mana though.
de novo, mas até agora são 7 jogos, 4
Oh, did they see?
Equilibrado.
É um saldo positivo ainda, assim, por mais que seja por um saldo
Okay.
positivo, mas quando a gente fala do Trigo, ele
Good call from Wiz. I don't know if Wiz actually saw Dizen there, but
muito bem campeão, a gente vê que ele
if he did, good call.
fase de volta
Or if he didn't, pardon me, good call. Ooh,
conseguir ser
Ooh.
tão opressor,
Ooh, I'm sweating.
consegue puxar muito,
Giggs almost just died there.
a vida do adversário, e a gente tá vendo já a vantagem em farm.
Am I muted? No, I'm not muted, Lunar.
na carreira, só só pra trazer, já que você falou de
Okay, Lunar, seriously, no more of the muted jokes unless I'm actually muted.
de 12 vitórias na carreira toda, só 6
'Cause
derrotas, então,
genuinely, like,
você
yeah.
falou que era um campeão que era
Yeah, sometimes I do have mute
ele
issues,
tá
so
ele
no
tá
more of the
trazendo
muted jokes.
ele que tem uma carreira muito longa e traz aí como um dos seus principais campeões com 18 jogos e 12 vitórias. Olha o Dudu.
O Dudu vai indo pra cima, ele não tem noção de que o damage tá por
Oh.
trás dele. Agora ele vai tentando fazer o retorno.
Oh, that sucks for Dudu. I didn't think the Tangle Barbs hit, but okay, I think Dudu's tilted this series. Game 1 was really bad from Dudu. I thought he bounced back, but
Encaixou a quarta bala.
I don't know, man. That was a bit of a tilter.
O cara, quando ele sabe usar o
From
campeão, ele
Dudu.
sabe exatamente o momento em que vai.
Like all you have to do is farm.
encaixar a
But I don't just fire Dudu, sure.
A gente viu também que o Demi já utilizou o emoji da Jinx.
I wouldn't be surprised, bro.
É perigoso.
It's so weird, dude. Dudu was doing well this split. Honestly, I thought he was impressing me. Because I was not sold when he replaced Skuro at first. I didn't think Skuro was bad, but then Dudu started like getting better, and I was like, okay. And then this is just why. The worst part is you have no vision, and you knew damage was in the area before. Damage didn't leave that long ago, so you've got to just assume that damage is warding. And it's been a while. You go in like just I don't know. Did he have flash? If Dudu has flash, it's that much worse, by the way. Oh my goodness, disinstall. I would have said out of my... Yeah, object permanence is apparently not a thing for League of Legends players. To be fair, as a caster, I also have struggled with object permanence. Even a Jin can kill something. True. I mean, right now it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, Jin specializes against squishies. Early on, that 4-shot hurts. I just don't understand why the Zeri's walking up there. You're burning flash at best. And at worst, you die. And you get free kill over. The dragon, though, that was tilting. If I'm Kaboom, I don't know. I feel like the mentals on Kaboom are probably tilted. Kaboom's not the best mental team, but for Dizen to just walk in and take that is so disgusting. Oh. Oh. Okay. Cool fight, bro. Hirit is still hiriting and doing his best that he can. Bro's just trying to live his best life. And his team's just trolling him.
Porque a galera do Flamengo já colocou a bot lane aqui pra cima e colocou o próprio mix lá pra parte de baixo.
E é ponto perigoso porque o Hirit perdeu o flash.
Damage and Trigo making finals as a duo. Name a better duo, like, or a more commonly paired duo. Somehow, when they're bot lane, they just win. I don't even think they're the second best bot lane in the league, but here we are again. It's not even Trigo it's not even like Trigo's actually playing the hyper carries, which I think are good in the current meta, but Damage is also playing with fire, and he doesn't have unsealed spellbook.
É potencial enorme de eliminar esses alvos individuais.
E a gente vê uma outra... Ai, trigo do céu.
Olha a pedra.
Foi só um susto. A gente vê uma outra velocidade também aqui, porque apesar do Flá ter conseguido garantir os 3 primeiros dragões...
Oh, good flash makes. Wait, what happens if Poppy pushes...
Apesar do Flá nos outros 2 jogos ter conseguido os 3 primeiros dragões...
If Poppy pushes an enemy into the Azir wall, it doesn't do anything, right? Like, you just bounce a bit. Or did they change the coding of the wall? Because the wall used to be coded as minions, so you don't get collision. Like, you don't get the wall pin, the terrain stun. Oh, I wonder if we see it this game.
Leva também essas 3 vacilaivas e o mapa todo, que a gente até elogiou no começo da série, que o time da Kabum tava conseguindo dominar, nesse terceiro jogo já tá sendo uma história bem diferente.
What about Riot Ray?
Complicado pro Kabum IDL e pro time do Flamengo vai sendo exatamente do jeito que eles queriam. Já conseguiram 2 abates importantes. Tem aí o Dizin, que a gente já falou várias vezes que é o motor do time do Flamengo, Red Dragon tirando onda, indo pra cima, mas ainda é apenas...
Oh, it's an emote. I don't have what's that thing? BTT or whatever, or BT, whatever the emote thing is. I don't have it enabled. I don't know how to do that. Somebody asked me about it on the LTASL channel before, but I just don't know how to do it. BTT, yeah, better Twitch TV, yeah. You know what? If this ends 3-0, maybe I'll try and set it up like on stream. I don't know how to set it up, so if y'all know and can tell me, I'll do it.
Demora muito pra crescer, ela demora muito pra aparecer e que ainda tá sofrendo uma pressão muito cedo do seu oponente de rota.
E vai continuar sofrendo por muito tempo ainda, porque a gente vê que o ouro total aqui na tela, quem tá dominando é justamente o Trigo, o cara que a gente tá conversando e comentando muito aqui nesses últimos jogos, e acho que o grande ponto aqui também acaba gerando...
Okay, the game's quieted down a little bit. Oh. Okay, yeah. They saw Wiz walking by. Good call. Game's slowed down. Kaboom's current lane assignments have kept their lanes quite safe, I guess. Like, Dudu's able to farm now, safely. Oh.
É isso, né? Fiquei confuso, já falei assim, olha o Trigo chegando, mas não, era o Damage.
For a small fee of free, sure. Yeah, I'll pay you your free. Nothing's more expensive than free, right? Actually, yeah, if y'all teach me to set it up, I'll go set it up on the LTA style channel as well. Unfortunately, we've done our last broadcast with this. Actually, no, we still have promo relegations. So then I guess you'll have it for promo relegations. Or chat will have it for promo relegation. Grav could carry this, but Dudu through his lanes is a lot more difficult. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Dudu through his lane, but Dudu's stabilized now in the mid lane. So it's playable, it's playable. The gold lead hasn't significantly grown. And it's still on Flamengo to try and speed up the game. I mean, Dragon's coming up right now. Flamengo should be on it, on spawn. Isn't in the area. We'll see how it goes. No Trajan Scuff watch along. For promo relegation sooner, it might yet happen. Okay. So promo relegations depends on our timing and who's available to do it. So we might end up getting a Trajan Scuff watch along. I expect for Worlds, and there'll be probably a Trajan Scuff watch along. For the LTA Norths, or for the cross conference regionals, I don't think we'll do a Scruff watch along. But I don't know for sure. So far, we have no plans for it. Ooh. Good to the ult. All the TPs. Wait, is damage out here? Oh my goodness, a late TP from Makes! And he's unhealthy. Oh my goodness. Did Kaboom win this? No, they don't, because they hate their life, apparently. Oh my god. Wow, we screwed that up heavily, Trigo. You didn't kill Wiz, you didn't kill Dudu. If you had just auto-attacked, you killed Dudu. Oh my goodness. Trigo through. Trigo through. Watching Jin yesterday and today, I am very underwhelmed by Jin right now. I don't know why. It feels like players have forgotten that curtain call takes time. This was eminently winnable by Flamengo. Like, it started off kind of bad for them, but this was when Makes managed to survive that and stop like himself from getting thrown. Like, this was very playable. This part, oh my, he had three bullets in the chamber. It was a great flash from Dudu. Dudu played that really well. Flashing forward aggressively saved him. And after all said and done, okay, Flamengo still have a small lead. Kaboom didn't close it completely. Yeah. Yesterday we saw the same thing too, but like the current call came out really late. The setup. Yo, what are we doing? Hey, yo. Oh my goodness. Trigo? Let us please stop inting, guys. This is why at the beginning of today I said, between these two teams, I would be surprised if it goes full 5 games, but I cannot say it won't because these teams do randomly throw. Like, that last fight bot lane was a throw. This jungle fight was a throw. Flamengo is lucky that Kaboom could not catch. Yeah. Like, I can't even say Kaboom is playing particularly well. Like, they're playing decently, but they played their early games decently. It's the mid game that's been a problem. But those were active throws from Flamengo there. Like, I don't know why Dizen and Envy just went hard on that. You know, you had vision on Greftar up here, so you know it's a 3v2 at best. I guess they thought they could just like burst one and get out. Maybe. Super. Yeah. I mean, it's good for Kaboom. All these sort of wasted things that Flamengo's just thrown away just gives them more and more time to scale up. And with Zeri Azir, they've got really good scalings. Then after that, their only problem is like, how do we engage, basically? And with Hirit, I guess you can just trust that Harry can do the engage for you.
Jungle tão agressivo quanto do time do Flamengo, Envy.
Oh my goodness.
Eita!
No way!
Sequência de controle de grupo.
We are. This cannot be for real.
Precisa da ajuda dos companheiros.
Giggs.
Tanca pra
Oh,
mim, rapaziada. Vai conseguir
I'm losing my mind.
vida, mas foi por pouco de novo.
É, esse pouco.
One auto. You just needed one auto.
Nessa de o cara sempre sai vivo, o time acaba
Giggs is surviving. Giggs keeps getting caught and then surviving anyways. It's so disgusting.
A gente sabe disso. Ela não é. Como a composição do Fá não tem tanto dano, né? A Hell vai tancar.
This is
ela
so
vai tancar.
crazy.
Mas nessa, prof,
If I'm Flamengo, I'm tilting right now.
objetivo, porque
I am
é o
hard
objetivo
molding.
que o Fla gastou
What is sick is actually these catches would be so good for Flamengo. It's exactly what they need to keep accelerating the game, but they keep not being able to finish it off.
esse arauto e aí
And again, like I said, every time they try this and it fails, it's good for Kaboom. Kaboom are closing the gold gap a little bit every time. Opportunity cost.
E acho que problema dessa última luta foi justamente que o Dudu conseguiu
Man, this is a tilter and a half.
acelerar a itemização.
Yeah. Well, we're in the mid game now, and this is where Kaboom has traditionally struggled. So this game so far it's all been Flamengo screwing up. Kaboom's been playing it pretty decently after. Actually, no, that's not true. After the first doo-doo, first free first blood. So let's see what happens now. If Kaboom can still keep their clean sheet going, or keep it just down to the one mistake.
E esse crescimento do Dudu pode ser ótimo para essa problemática que a gente está falando sobre os objetivos, porque a Zeri nesses espaços pequenos, com a ultimate dela, ela pode fazer um estrago muito grande, pode caçar a backline também do Flamengo por conta da movimentação que a Zeri tem, né? Ela consegue chegar muito longe nesses flancos, então consegue fazer esse trabalho muito bem feito e pode ser uma solução para o time do Cabo e DL conseguir consertar essa
Good
falta de
general, like
cuidado que
typically a
tem
good
tido com
herald drop,
objetivos.
giant spawning, you drop herald,
Opa, rolou.
take the charge.
Boa, já joga a torre no chão. E o
Oh,
Wizzy pegou o
that backfired.
Dizem na perseguição, ele
Like,
contra
oh,
Django,
or did it?
contra Django. Ele
Wait, this is actually kind of good.
fica no meio de três jogadores.
Oh my goodness, Dizen. I love that call from Dizen, by the way.
Vida. O Giggs acha o engage em três. O Wiz, Dudu vão tentando
One more.
garantir o
Yep.
dano, mas no meio do caminho. O Trigão já garante o seu. Dudu é o último jogador.
Yeah, they're just never gonna curtain call this.
Cima, foge da ultimate. Ele tá na procura do erro.
Oh!
E ele
I think he gets away. I think he's faster.
O time do Flamengo faz a perseguição, mas o flash é bom.
Yeah, I think he just gets away with this.
Esperando, indo
That's
atrás.
absolutely criminal.
Consegue, será que ele consegue? Não.
And the surf. Trigo.
Usa da
Does he have it? Did any flush gauntlet?
W não acerta, professor. O Dudu
Let's go.
E a gente vê agora que a luta estranhou ali pouco.
Okay, Kaboom, I see you.
Foi repelido pelo W da Pop. E esse é o
That was really interesting too, because Wiz did the typical like Poppy steadfast presence to stop like when the Herald crashes, so that you can't get away. Like that was good, but it backfired for a second, where Dizen was like, okay, bet now what? And we started wailing onto Wiz. If not for the blast clone that put Dizen in a really awkward spot, that could have been really bad. But then Dizen freaking turning around on Gref there was beautiful. Oh no. Does Giggs die again? Oh yeah, finally Giggs. Oh, where did Minx come from? The hell? Okay, Makes has had enough of his team dicking around, and he's just ending it. I didn't even see the TP from Makes. Yo, that was crazy. Here it's fully mega. This is absolutely crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay. I am glad that Flamengo like has fixed kind of their problems a little bit there. Because they were throwing the late early game, early mid game, I don't know how you call that, pretty hard, but that fight was good. That fight was really good. Props for Makes the wraparound. I do think Jin is viable into teams that can build a cloth armor. A single cloth armor doesn't stop it. But yeah, I mean they do have Poppy. I already said I wasn't a huge fan of Jin in this particular case, but it's kind of working early. Oh, I don't know if they can take Dragon. I mean, here doesn't evolve, but yeah, Poppy just eats out somebody. They could look for the turnaround. Okay, no, they're fine. Oh, Herald's getting dangerous. Okay, so kind of a mixed bag. I think overall it's still good for Flamengo. It's huge that Kaboom stopped the Dragon stack, more because of the Elder than anything else, but I think the gold is fine for Flamengo. They're happy with the kills. This is illegal though.
tá aqui, mas ao que tudo indica, Kabum vai garantir.
Oh, Flamengo have no clue, dude. Oh my goodness. They need to unstoppable right now. Makes just needs to run down bot. Okay, never mind. Disn't did the work for the team. Dude, I hate these curtain calls.
Isso abre brecha pro Flamengo chegar, resetar o Atacan e não deixar o objetivo ficar nas mãos da Kabum.
E a luta vai continuar nesse momento, olha o David indo pra cima.
Yeah, here's about to go mega. Can they kill him? Nope. They're so low though. Kaboom. At this point, you're just praying for the steal from Wiz and that's it. Like, don't anything else is trolling. Oh my goodness, it got weirdly close. Wiz, why are we turning? I don't know, guys. I'm I'm just mind broken at this point. I don't. Just why? There's so many whys here that don't make sense.
Muita confusão. A gente vê que as equipes trocam esses objetivos. O Flamengo garantindo esse Atacan, a equipe da Kabum garantindo justamente.
Oh yeah, right. That's like so like.
Quer conseguir pouquinho mais, quer garantir essa torre.
Like, first of all, Wiz gets weirdly close to getting that and actually gets out alive. At that point, I don't know why you're turning back. Like, there's no world in which I think it's fine for you to turn back. You are going to die, guaranteed, if you turn around. Oh, makes his like a. Can he even get the turret? Yeah, he'll get the turret in zombie form.
Já dançou.
Ah, he died before he could hear it. That's funny. Yeah, he wanted to slow down the recall, but he died first, unfortunately. Yeah, that was just such a. Testing? Are we back? Guys, are we back?
É, a gente vai vendo que essa limpeza acaba sendo importante para garantir esse objetivo e a equipe do Flamengo vai conquistando cada vez mais esse espaço no mapa aqui. A gente tá vendo que o jogo dessa partida aqui, a vantagem não tá desgarrando muito em ouro, né? A gente vê que normalmente a coisa...
We're back! Let's go!
O outro a gente vê que a vantagem tá no jogador que acaba não sendo...
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My internet just cut out. I went to go reset my modem, and I guess it kind of worked. Took a while to come back online, but yeah. Thankfully everything lagged anyways, so I'm just not gonna go live and we'll just watch it to the end. I'm pretty sure the game's like almost over by now. But yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
Pode ser que uma luta aqui pra equipe da Kabum, a coisa fique muito boa pra eles.
Pois é, até porque essa série do Dudu também se fortaleceu, né?
Ooh, my stream chat is messed up though. Like it's not updating. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now I see it. Hell yeah. The VOD shutdown? Okay, wait. We'll find out shortly. Why? Brother, hear it. Why are we?
Elite foi à frente demais, não tinha nenhum.
We're starting to get. This is silly hours now.
Olha, o Dizin já vai partindo pra cima.
Like we're going so deep for a turret, which I don't think we should be getting.
O Dizin se aproxima, só que o Gravitar.
Did we finally see the curtain call do something?
Ultimate, o quarto tiro conecta.
Maybe. Yeah. Curtain call. Trigo doesn't get the kill, but the curtain call lands. It sets up the kill. Good enough. Yep, I think the Kaboom mental crumble is beginning again. I've said it so many times. I blame coaching staff for Kaboom's lack of success. Oh, yo! That was a cool combo. Can Dudu carry this? No. He tried. That was a good try. Yeah, Dudu went from like hard throwing massive criminal game 1 to actually being best player on this Kaboom team in game 2 and game 3. Which mental? All of Kaboom besides Dudu feels like their mental is just crumbling right now. Ooh. Snipe. That's a slap. Whippo and Ranger being cooked in the same day. Wait, did Ranger say something as well? Surely not. Surely Ranger wouldn't do that. Ranger yapping? No. I mean, you could blame me, Lunar, but it wouldn't solve anything, unfortunately. I don't know why my internet died, but whatever. Again, I'm just glad the internet's back. Good enough.
Se relocomover ali no espaço, levar o Dizin pra muito longe do seu time e ele acabar sendo derretido por todo o dano.
He's in danger of getting destroyed by the team he ran his mouth and go fancy Ranger. I'm sure the feeling's mutual. I don't think Ranger had a particularly good time back on Flamengo. Oh, okay. Well played from Greftar to get out. He burnt an ult too. That's Weaver's walk down for Baron too. They ideally wanted for Baron. Again, Kaboom. Okay, Kaboom could actually get back into this game. To be honest, it's doable. It's doable. Like Dudu actually could carry this game. We've seen a couple of times already that if they're burning everything early, then Dudu just comes back for the come back from behind esque win. The problems right now he's having problems converting solo, but.
É ponto de perigo se você ficar cedendo esses objetivos. O NAR também se beneficia bastante, então é ponto a se tomar cuidado. Mas a gente sabe que a equipe do Flamengo também não tem tanto DPS para fazer esse barão. Então, por mais que eles estejam buscando muito desse controle, eles não fazem esse barão rapidamente. Vão perder muita vida, perdem muito espaço do mapa. Eu acho que a equipe da Gabon nem DPS.
They didn't clear the ward.
Mas pode ser que eles tomem uma iniciação agora.
Oh my goodness. And they just ripped them a new one there because they didn't have ward. But Hirit gets caught. Dude, Hirit is gaming for the wrong team right now. The frick? Wait, how did Dizin not die? Hold on. Sorry, let me rewind for a sec. Didn't Dizin get caught here? Oh, that wasn't Dizin. Oh no, it was Dizin. Dizin got... Okay, that's kind of weird. Dizin gets out. That's surprising. It's just a 1-for-1, which is kind of okay. I mean, it's better for Kaboom. They're stalling successfully. Oh, I just realized I'm so far behind, actually. Yeah, we'll speed it up a bit.
Colocar tanto DPS quanto essa série nesse momento, então é uma dinâmica complicada de se lidar.
É que também tem essa questão de que a composição do Fla precisa entrar, né? Então, o Dizin tem que entrar, o Damage tem que entrar, e quando eles entram, se o Dudu estiver bem posicionado...
Yeah, I'm getting a bit scared for Flamengo. Like, it's been a while. Dudu is actually becoming a big threat. The draft might start to fall apart a little bit here. This is critical Baron. If Kaboom get this, I think they actually could come back in. The mental still looks really cooked, but... Oh, Wiz lives. Again, Wiz lives. And Dudu's just refiring. They don't have enough threat to deal with Dudu. There's not enough dive. You're not scared, Ray? Okay, buddy. You have more faith than I do. If Kaboom wins this game, it's such a huge comeback. Not just for like this game or how they play, but also just the mentals of this team. They were down 0-2, just getting spanked.
ser bem tanque também, né? Ela dura bastante tempo nas lutas, vem com o coração do defunto já, então auxilia ela a ter um pouquinho mais de armadura. E como você falou, prof, o time do Flamengo, o Red Dragon tá forte? Tá, mas não tem dano, demora pra esse dano entrar. Esse Jhin bate com muito menos velocidade. Meu Deus, meu Deus.
Okay. Finally, he doesn't goes down. Oh, and Geek snips again! Here needs to not throw this first team. He's already been got twice, which equalized the game, which should have been over.
Na região do Barão, talvez podem começar esse objetivo. 25 segundos ainda no relógio pro Dizim voltar pra partida, mas a gente vê que o recuo vai sendo feito, porque é muito difícil iniciar esse objetivo com tanto alcance quanto a equipe do Flamengo tem.
O Giggs tem que voltar pra base, tá com pouquíssima vida ainda. Exatamente por causa disso, a Kabum já pensa um pouquinho mais do que vai fazer na sequência, porque agora tem Barão vivo, a gente já comentou que é o próximo grande objetivo, só que daqui a alguns segundinhos vai chegar esse dragão, que vai ser o dragão de ponto de alma pra alguma das duas equipes.
E a gente vai vendo já que a equipe da Kabum começa a se deslocar, né, nessa parte inferior do mapa. O Ruiz já tava por ali, mas a gente vê a equipe do Flamengo jogando a sua prioridade, seu controle pra parte superior do mapa, porque isso dá vantagem em termos de terreno pra justamente o David conseguir uma boa entrada, o Envy talvez fazer uma boa entrada.
Yeah, I think Kaboom's actually stabilized this.
Mas de novo, tá faltando um pouco de carinho.
Like, they've completely caught up.
E eles não querem saber. Barão iniciado e mais uma vez, André, a equipe do Flamengo querendo buscar...
Oh, as I say that. Surely we don't throw, right?
Ele tá fazendo sozinho aquele dragão, mas o damage ele também tava sozinho no meio de 4 jogadores. Vamos ver o que eles vão tentar fazer, o Make já se aproxima. Será que pode ferrou? O que a gente vai ver por aqui? Não!
Oh, that was close.
Consegue, ainda rola o desengage do adversário.
That was so close. I'm actually a bit surprised that Wiz didn't manage to steal that. I think the keeper's verdict just not quite right angle. Didn't have enough time to charge. Yeah, but I mean they're coming back in. They catch Trigo. First time this game. That's Trigo's first death. They are actually coming back into this. I hate this so much.
Isso cede o espaço pros guerreirinhos continuarem aqui na série.
Esse jogo 3 do Flamengo Red Dragon é duro, é difícil.
Yeah, even with the gold lead, even with Baron, yeah, I don't think Flamengo...
13 abates e o Dudu tem participação em 12
They need to facilitate some sort of catch. It does feel like Flamengo lost track of the game a little bit. Like, they're not getting the catches they need to. Their comp can only catch. So if they don't make catches, then I don't know whoops what else they can really do here.
Fica à vontade.
É só pra ela sobreviver um pouco mais, porque não tem muitas formas do Fla conseguir alcançar ela nesse ponto do jogo sem que alguém morra.
É, ainda tem o flash, tem o purificar, e acho que nesse momento acaba sendo um cap bom em termos de como utilizar o gold dele, porque por mais que ele não feche as zonas nesse ponto, ele vai ter o efeito das zonas pra uma fight que pode ser a fight do jogo. Então isso realmente compensa, depois pode optar por um anjo guardião, tem N caminhos que ele pode seguir, mas ainda assim...
Wait, they stopped Geek's recall. I mean, doesn't... Or did he cancel it? I'm not even sure, to be honest.
Então a gente vê que é um ponto bem complicado e por hora a equipe do Flamengo tem o Barão, mas não consegue utilizar esses recursos para conseguir avançar, para ganhar um pouco mais de espaço no mapa. Tem a torre de
I mean, there's no big objective on the map, so theoretically,
e de novo, muito é por conta da desincronia que eles estão tendo.
Flamengo have a negative Baron power play. If they catch Grafter here, so there's my problem. You caught Graftar, so what? You're out of Baron time. You don't have pressure in your lanes. If anything, Kaboom is taking advantage of this and pushing in and taking your turrets. Like, Flamengo's just so far behind. There's no objective you can make. Are they just going for top? Are they base racing? They don't win this base race. You have Jhin. Yeah, you lost 2 inners for 1 inner. Congrats. With Baron buff, by the way. Good stop from Wiz. Okay. Yeah, Kaboom are looking more and more comfortable as this game goes on. Flamengo is looking more and more lost.
Deixando de lado, nesse momento, a carta vira-se contra eles. Acabou que tem esse ponto de alma aqui disponível, pode garantir a alma das nuvens, e agora o Flamengo vai ter que se virar para manter o controle dessa área, que pode ser bem perigosa.
This could be the huge mental comeback for Kaboom that they need.
E chega aquela hora clássica, né, dos times começarem a tentar acertar o mapa. A gente viu como o time da Kabum conseguiu investir na rota do meio, também conseguiu investir bem demais na rota inferior, e agora eles têm essa vantagem momentânea para conseguir chegar no mapa primeiro, para tentar garantir esse último dragão para eles, ou o time do Flamengo tentar fazer
Well, you know what? If Kaboom win this, they deserve it, and Flamengo also kind of deserve it. We said it in draft already. Their comp needed to win early, and they had the lead. They should have won. They just didn't close out. I hope it doesn't come back to bite them. The reverse feed would be insane if Kaboom pulled it off. Holy crap. Idea would have a field day with it. Did we catch him? Nope. Did my internet die again? Nope. Okay. We're good, we're good. Okay. Okay, guys. I don't know what's happening here. My internet provider is trolling me. They already killed Trigo. This fight's over. And this is probably game. Garrett's pushing up mid right now. So they can just collapse and go together and kill. Yeah, I'm gonna lower the setting of the quality because I don't know, my internet provider's having issue with this. And I think it can't keep up with 1080 right now for whatever reason. I don't know why this is happening. This has not happened before.
Custa muito caro nesse momento porque a equipe da Kabum vai marchar e justamente fazer o avanço na parte inferior do mapa. Talvez seja o GG, até porque a gente tá vendo só o Matrix está vivo.
Durante toda essa luta, o Sion ficou preso no mid, ele não conseguiu se locomover e
Yep, that's game.
não faz frontline, acaba fazendo batalha aí pro time da Kabum.
Aqui não tem nada que ele possa fazer. Todos os jogadores do time do Flamengo dão de volta pra base e a galera do Kabum IDL já fecha uma torre, leva também o inibidor por aqui. Será que eles vão tentar pro jogo?
This
Não,
is-
não vão partir pro game, vão voltar.
This is not game? What are we?
Tem a faca e o queijo na mão e também
Really?
a de tentar acabar o jogo.
40 seconds on makes, 15 on envy, and we didn't try and end?
Ainda mais estável.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
E a equipe do Flamengo pode talvez tentar buscar uma luta agora nessa parte.
I thought that was a GG right there. The moment they got Trigo, I thought it was kind of done.
Se separa nesse momento e aqui é o grande perigo. Não flechando essa iniciação da Hell, o Trigo tá suscetível a tomar engage.
O Sion também ficou ali preso na luta contra o Naru.
I cannot believe
Desde o
this.
momento em que essa luta estourou, ele acabou ficando travado lá. E sem essa frontline não tem quem defenda a entrada do time da Kabum dele, que é muito forte. Eles conseguem bater de longe também. O pouco do vazio que tinha
Yeah.
chamado
Okay. Well, if we're...
muito impactante,
Mm,
principalmente nesse
yeah,
ponto.
I think next game, Trigo just goes hyper carry. Said this doesn't happen again. Because Flamengo are playing the mid game better, generally speaking. This game, even in this game, the mid game was fine. It's more just the skill eventually caught up from Kaboom because Flamengo couldn't close out early enough. And that's why I'm not a big fan right now of these sort of buy compositions, because you do rely on pick with them. I'm not saying they're bad, I'm just saying I don't. I just feel they're harder to execute. And they're kind of risky.
Nesse ponto aqui, a equipe da Kabum também respondendo muito bem e tendo muita resiliência aqui, mas principalmente o Dudu novamente fazendo um grande destaque aqui ao lucro da equipe da Kabum.
Realmente, o Dudu vem jogando muito, 12 abates, tem também 3 assistências no meio do caminho, participou de tudo quase que fez por aqui o time da Kabum e deixou a galera da Kabum IDL numa situação muito boa para tentar finalizar o jogo. O que falta para eles aqui agora, aparentemente, é tentar fazer esse barão, que vai caindo com razoável velocidade. O time do Flamengo tenta se aproximar, eles não têm comando, eles não sabem de onde tá ninguém. E agora? Vira aquela briga generalizada.
Oh,
o Dudu
can they get Dudu?
no meio do caminho, dá tempo.
No, they can't get Dudu.
O time da Kabum vai colando.
Trico's like literally a screen, more than a screen away.
Todo mundo do Flamengo.
Rest in pieces.
Já caíram 4 jogadores.
So they are better. I mean, let's put it this way. I think this is not unexpected that Flamengo throw a game.
E temos uma série.
This is definitely a game, though.
Voltam com tudo, querem se
Like,
manter na série. Não
It was somewhat expected between these two teams that there would be a throw here or there. If anything, I was really impressed by Flamengo in the first two games already with how they played, that they didn't really throw the game, and they actually played pretty clean. So,
A galera da Kabum quer voltar.
yeah.
Se Brudão, o principal
So am I... Yeah, I'm not particularly upset. I'm not... It is annoying the way Flamengo threw that, but hey, good for Kaboom. Good for Dudu, man.
eles estavam à frente,
Dudu...
até a diferença
Oh, damn.
do jogo,
Grafter did damage. Grafter did damage, but Dudu...
liderando o gráfico,
What was his KDA? I want to see his KDA.
tava muito
Will
bem
they show
no
it?
começo do jogo, como em
He was double digits. He was like 10 and 1 at one point.
up necessário
No, they didn't show it.
pra
Hold on. Let me just see.
Não
He ends
vai ser
14 and 1.
barreira no circuito,
This is the
não,
final
galera. O terceiro
KD
jogo
he
é
has.
sempre perigosíssimo. O time do Flamengo saiu à frente, mas agora
Like, huge props to him,
a
man.
gente vê como a equipe do Flamengo sai e não consegue retomar
30
o
minutes.
ouro.
That was the downfall. At the 30-minute mark was when Flamengo knew that they were screwed. And then they just got outskilled,
Eles não tinham muito
like,
esse dano, mas, de
hugely.
novo, eu acho que o damage ele conseguia boas entradas.
Dudu gives and
e
Dudu
o
takes away, man.
follow-up necessário por conta da composição.
Essa luta aqui também, André, pra mim ela é muito definitiva, porque é exatamente o ponto em que o Dudu consegue pegar alguns abates, né? É logo no comecinho, o Trigo vai
o
captar bastante...
flash dele é muito grande. O meu,
Exato.
eu não consigo flashar aquilo tudo, não,
O
rapaziada.
Trigo ele vai garantir bastante abates aqui ainda tem uma boa resposta, mas nesse ponto a gente vê que o Fla gasta tudo e já é muito cedo, tá? É muito cedo no jogo, foi antes do
I wonder, are we lucky enough that the delay... Nope. 7-minute... Oh, yeah. Because after... yeah. Dudu Mayushi. Duma Yushi? Dudu Yushi? Okay, let's look at the draft for a sec, because I'm actually curious where they go now from here. So, excuse me. I think it's in a draft already. I think Flamengo stay on blue side. So, yeah, they go on blue side. Open up Unara, for goodness sakes. Or if they're feeling really spicy, they open up Gwen, but I think that's a bad idea. Jax is still on the table, and Hirit can play the Jax side of that matchup. So I think you just open up Yunara, pick it. Kaboom probably go for Victor for Grifter at this point. Yeah. Yeah, or if you're gonna ban Yunara, then ban Sivir or Jinx as well. And then pick the other one. And go for Hyper Carry for Trigo. If Trigo really can't play Yunara. But if they ban Yunara blue side for Flamengo, at that point, I just think Trigo can't play it. And that's a problem. That's a huge problem. That he can't play it. Yeah. Alternatively, Flamengo take red side. Okay, look, I think blue side's a better option. But if you're really trying to play mind games with the bot lane pick, which I don't think they will because Flamengo has not been playing for Trigo, the alternative is you take red side, and then you ban the Yunara, they ban the Varus, and then you ban like another hyper carry, Sivir or Jinx. But then the problem is that they can blue side it, I guess. So no, you have to do blue side. Yeah, you have to do blue side. I don't think red side is an advantage in game 4 right now. Yeah. But I do think play around the AD carry pool. Because you're more trying to restrict Dudu than trying to set up Trigo at this point. You don't want to give Dudu another hyper carry, basically. Because this game was done until Dudu managed to drag them kicking, screaming, and whatever back into the game. And I'm glad he did because he high-key trolled the first death. So if he didn't do that, then I think things get pretty rough. Yo, wait, what? I'm seeing... Is this for... Okay, FlyQuest. I just saw on Twitter. Apparently, FlyQuest is suspending Whippo for their next series after his comments. So, guys, Cade's getting an advantage. Let's go. Let's go. Kate needs to take advantage of red side. He can take a game. Yeah. I think Kate definitely has the players who can definitely actually abuse the counter picks. So, yeah. Wow, this stuff is going crazy. You know what? There's game changers happening in LEC and in OCP as well. So if you want to support those initiatives as well, massively. I mean, punching down at Bippo is one thing, but yeah, there can be more done. This is, yeah. Surely at this point, FlyQuest are going to get themselves like proper PR management. Like I said, when it starts affecting your actual teams, like that's an ability to play the game. Like at that point, something needs to be done by the org as well. Also, I think from FlyQuest, this is kind of a smart move in terms of managing their own brand and whatnot. Hey Orbital, yo. I think FlyQuest's decision is good for the brand as well because this is not a critical game for them. Like this is not like a must-do game for FlyQuest, And I think FlyQuest still thinks that they can win even without Whipple playing. And that's why they make a choice like this. It's good brand management. It's not that big a deal in terms of their Worlds run. But yeah, still giving that sort of advantage over just. So that's why they picked the sub top later. Yeah, I guess they suspected something like this might happen. On a different note, Whipple speed runs out. It's crazy. Yeah. The sad part is because, and this is true of like not just esports, but sports in general. Like if you're successful, if you're good, if you're winning, you get a slap on the wrist because orgs aren't going to risk losing more, right? And so this is a slap on the wrist for Bippa. It's better than nothing. I'll give it that. But it is brand risk management for FlyQuest more than anything else right now. FlyQuest Red is a high-ranked CS2 female team. Yeah, which is, it makes it worse. No, like FlyQuest is generally has been such an inclusive org that it feels even worse. Like that they did that, you know, like that people is doing this sort of thing.
Próximo jogo de Kabum e DL contra Flamengo Red Dragon. Lembrando vocês que o Flamengo então que perdeu esse último jogo pode finalizar a série ainda neste confronto e escolheram.
Okay, I'll stop because I feel like if I keep talking about this, it's gonna myself gonna say some stuff that is not gonna be good for me. So, anywho, yeah, he did Orbital, and that's a him decision. A lot of esports players, I do feel like when you orgs should organize, like, what do you call those things? Not like lessons, kind of. There's a word for it. I forget what it's called, but like, yeah, they should do like classes and whatnot to teach players what they can and cannot say in terms of PR. Like, yeah. True, Lunar. That is true. That it is a FlyQuest management. Riot can say more. That is completely up to Riot. And we'll see what Riot finally opts to do. So, yeah.
Dudu no ponto, né? Também a gente tá com essa piada só pra galera aqui de dentro. Perdão, gente.
I'm sure the things aren't done yet. Oh, Loop 14-1 Dudu. Yeah, Dudu was nuts, man. Dudu. Oh. It is the Dudu that I was praising when we walked into today. We'll see whether or not he can keep it up in Game 4 and whether it's a one-off thing. I also do believe that Trigo handicapped himself by picking the Jhin where he did. That was not a good Jhin angle, man. That's exactly right. Back to League of Legends. Let's go. Yeah, I think Flamengo has some easy fixes they can kind of go to. I do think they should be on blue side. If they go on red side, I'm very curious what sort of counter picks they have available or why they do that. Because, yeah, I don't know if Mix has any more like sort of pocket picks that he wants to whip out. I know Ray, you were saying earlier, like if he's a one trick, just pick the one trick. So if you're blue side, you can get Cassante as well. Like I suspect Hirit will just pick the Jax into it, but we've seen Jax get smashed in lane already, and if there is a player who's going to do that with the Cassante, it probably would be Mix. So yeah, blue side gives you that option. I don't know if it's B1 worthy though. I think if you're playing with the AD carries in terms of like banning out prior ones, then obviously the AD carry becomes prio. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Actually, when does Varus usually get banned? Varus gets banned fairly early on. Yeah, okay. Yunaris usually first ban. First ban. Second ban. I'm going to be honest, I think I would rather... If I'm Flamengo, I'm thinking... Oh no, they freaking drafted off screen again. Okay, so first of all, Flamengo opted for red side, which is interesting, to say the least. Sorry, I need to extend this thing so I can add the next newest draft. I hate this draft, guys. I'm not super happy about this from Flamengo. I don't know why. Okay, they went for red side. And then I don't know what their counter pick is, but whatever. Mace Santa's early pick, tank, hyper carry, utility pick. Yeah, first of all, I think Kaboom are pretty happy with what they drafted. They got Rumble, which I completely forgot about the series because it's been so low prio. They're not even banning it. Nobody just cares about it because Makes and Harriet aren't like Rumble carries. So I think Kaboom got a really strong draft. The only thing I would have preferred is like hard engage in the bot side rather than this Thresh. But the Thresh is specifically for Aphelios, which I'm not super surprised about. I actually think the Aphelios is a pretty good answer into Sivir specifically. He's one of the few AD carries who can actually outdamage her when they're playing in range. So it's a good comp. I think this is Kaboom's best draft. Yeah, I'd say it's the best draft yet. The game 1 draft is not bad either, but this is probably the best draft yet. Or Flamengo, Disney gets Pantheon, makes... Oh, Envy Vex? Oh, yo, that's spicy. I actually missed his Vex. I don't know how it does into Yone, though. Like, I haven't seen it into a Yone before. Compositionally, I'm actually not crazy about... Like, I think this is a... Okay, it's not terrible. It's actually a good dive, a good meatball comp because they run forward. They've got meatball. It's kind of like a dive comp. I give it a 3. But it is comfort champion for Envy. It is skilling champion for Trigo, and it's comfort champs almost across the board. Only damages Pike is like question mark. I don't know how. Like damage Pike does not stand out of my head. So I think for comfort, I'd give it a 3.5. Pretty comparable drafts. I like the Kaboom draft a lot. And the fact that we're getting it in game 4 to me is kind of crazy. Oh, I have a call incoming, so I need to pick this up.
Que historicamente já ganhou até premiação com a play que ele fez do quadra kill na rota do meio. Então é uma campeã que ele também tem total ele domina a campeã, sabe como utilizar muito bem. A gente tá vendo as runas, não surpreende praticamente ninguém, mas o que pode pegar de surpresa é esse Pyke vindo aqui agora, podendo encontrar o Whis.
Ainda não encontrou. Mas o Makes já vem se aproximando por ali também. Pode dar uma traulitada no Wiz no meio do caminho, mas já se afastou. O Hirit também tá ali pra ajudar o companheiro. Eita! Acertou a espetada. Demis já mostrando o cartão de visitas do seu campeão.
Até aqui recebi, perdão, a ordem aqui das escolhas. Então, pro lado azul, né, pro time da Kabum foi Ione, Skarner, Rumble. Pro lado do time do Fla foi Pantheon, Vex, Xante. Então, eles deixaram mesmo passar as escolhas de bot side. E no caso, o Flamengo priorizou aí essa Sivir, tirando esse grande pique das mãos do Dudu.
E um detalhe que é importante a gente ressaltar aqui, Trash aparece muito bem com a Félix, aparece com o Jinx também, é uma dupla, são duplas populares com o campeão, mas é um ponto aqui que vale lembrar, é que o Pyke também joga essa matchup contra a Trash, e o grande problema é que ele consegue fazer esse puxão, e o Trash não tem muita mobilidade pra sair, ele é muito bom fazendo a jogada iniciando, mas pra ele sair é um pouquinho mais complexo, e uma coisa que vale ressaltar é que o Pyke também não joga de livrinho, ele normalmente joga com essa ronda de chuva de lâminas, porque ele quer maximizar o potencial de abate dele o máximo possível, então esses auto-ataques acabam sendo muito benéficos pro campeão, fora que a árvore vermelha também foguetinha é muito boa.
Pra complementar aí o que você falou sobre o Trash, ele costuma aparecer muito com o Aphelios, porque ele tem algumas habilidades que conseguem auxiliar ele a reposicionar o campeão que tá do lado dele. E como o Aphelios não é um campeão de muita mobilidade, de fácil mobilidade, né, inclusive esse é uma grande característica fraca no campeão, porque ele pode ser facilmente alcançado. Trazer esse trash.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Ele conseguir se reposicionar por conta da lanterna, mas agora o Dizzy não
Oh, the joys of streaming on a weekday. Oh! Just in time to come back to First Blood? Dizzy makes it happen again. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think Dizzy's Pantheon is actually one of the better Pantheons, so I like the fact that Dizzy's gotten it. I'm most interested in this mid lane matchup though of Vex versus Yone, because I could see Vex being able to stop some of the engages, but I still feel like Yone is the stronger matchup. Early on, at any rate, Vex should win, but everything wins against Yone early, so big surprise. Lunar, you want 7 games? So that's right? Because actually no, we already have 8 games, no? The other side, LRS, was a 3-1, and we're all into game 4, so that's 8 games. That's how this works, right?
Acho que o grande ponto aqui, André, gira justamente na equipe da Kabum não ter colocado uma sentinela defensiva no começo do jogo, porque a gente viu que fizeram a entrada ali, a equipe do Flamengo, sem nenhuma sentinela. Então a jogada acabou que eles nem sequer previram, porque eles achavam que o Dizem poderia estaria na própria selva da equipe do Flamengo, não na selva da equipe da Kabum. Então, um erro aqui em termos de reconhecimento de early game.
Let's get some no remakes then.
Na hora que ele voltou ali,
That's worse than a pause at that point. Okay. Oh, nice. Wiz is dead? Hey, yo. Okay, I am sorry, Damage. I was not familiar with your Pike game. Damage's Pike looks like old school Zai Pike, man. He's everywhere right now. Hey, man, this Pantheon Pike roam looking kind of sexy, not gonna lie. Okay. Wiz is so far behind right now. It's really bad for him. And now that sets all the lanes behind too, because they have to be scared of ganks incoming every which way. This is not even 6 yet. And the constant damage roam? Oh, beautiful bait. And they target the Thresh, which is even better. Because Thresh can't lantern himself out. That's clean. They get on Trigo. Okay. Trigo on a hyper carry too. Oh. If you dodging point blank attacks. But eating all the extended range poke. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this Vex, man. Like I said, I think Yone is the best out of the matchup once he gets played up the Rune King. I guess with the Pike, with the Pantheon, maybe it's enough to deal with Yone. Maybe. We'll see.
maior de snowball. A gente vai vendo que a coisa vai crescendo, mas olha agora o Wave pode ser pego.
Oh.
Opa, ele conseguiu fugir, deu aquele passinho, ainda deixou o inimigo amedrontado. Mas
Yep.
o Wiz chegou forçando.
Good flash from Envy. Necessary flash from Envy.
Intervenção ali do Wiz pra tentar garantir esse abate, mas no mínimo tirou esse feitiço de invocador do Envy.
Eu ia falar exatamente sobre isso antes da jogada do bot acontecer, né? A presença do Pike com o Pantheon são
Oh.
Olha ele de novo,
fortes.
olha ele de
Lá
novo,
vai, lá
olha
vai,
ele
lá
de
vai.
novo. Dessa vez a vítima
Wiz is dead again.
consegue garantir as
Bro.
e na sequência o
He oh, bro. The control ward was extra, man. They didn't even need that. Jeez. Can Mace get the solo? Oh, he missed. If he got that Q3, I think he actually gets the solo. Damage is not 6 yet. Surely we don't pull this off. Just throw the hook and cancel the back. Yeah. Yeah. You're just throwing him down, but he's got TP. That's not significant. Damn, Flamengo's early game. Holy. This is sweet. Very impressed.
Conseguir atrasar o recall dele é importante. E uma outra coisa que é bem curiosa. Agora sim, pela primeira vez na série, o primeiro dragão do jogo tá indo pras mãos do time do Cabo IDL.
É, e consegue acelerar porque também não tem muito o que ser feito nas outras partes, né? O Hirit gasta esse teleporte pra parte superior, a gente viu o avanço e a movimentação pra parte de baixo, e também tem o reset por parte do Trigo nesse ponto. Então a gente vê que a equipe do Flamengo opta em justamente acelerar o mapa pra parte de cima, garantir essas variáveis.
Despite Wiz getting bullied out, killed twice, he still snags the first objective of the game. Well played from Kaboom. Well played from Wiz specifically. Yeah, Dudu's actually getting a CS lead too because of all the roaming damage he's doing. So the gold is mostly just kills right now for Flamengo. That's where the bulk of it's coming from. Hey, 4 kills is a lot of gold. I kind of really don't like that they're making Trigo semi-homeless right now. Oh, nice buffer from Mix. Like, Trigo needs farm. They should not be screwing Trigo to make plays happen elsewhere like this. If anything, I'd love to see Damage and Disn't actually gank the Trigo lane a bit more. They did it once already, but they need to make whoever's laning against Trigo scared to push up. There we go. 4-man dive. The gang squad is in the house. No, they're not ganking. They took way too long. Oh, and Wiz gets the... Oh! NB? Yeah, I don't know about that one. Sorry, not Disn't. NV doesn't have the damage to go in yet. He already used it onto Geeks earlier. There we go. That's what they're waiting for.
muito dano pra cima do Dudu, mas de novo,
Okay.
não é o suficiente.
Flamengo getting a little bit sloppy on that jungle invade there. I think they got a little bit too IP. They've got their leads.
Esse Fear também cancela canalizações de avanço.
They got no
Se
chill.
tiver fazendo alguma translocação, fazendo algum
Oh,
avanço,
they see
até
this
aquele
into.
abate que o Wiz tomou ali dentro da selva foi justamente porque as habilidades dela cancelam
Really?
quando a barra tá vermelha.
Interesting.
Então,
Okay.
é só um lembrete, porque não é uma campeã muito comum também,
Eu também não
ultimamente.
sabia
Professor,
não.
vou ser
Que bom
sincero
que
I
você
thought Hero
falou.
would come in a bit harder. He has flash even if he doesn't have equalizer, but
Pra mim ele também falou, só pra deixar
Yeah.
Só pra deixar claro, daqui a pouco eu quero que você exemplifique ali no mapa, só pra gente ter noção mais uma vez. Só que o que vai
this is normally a better matchup for Cassante. Makes just expect them to magic resist, and Kaboom's playing the lanes better right now. The lane swaps to favor Kaboom.
agressividade por parte do time do Fla.
That's on Flamengo.
Você já pensou em ser pro player?
Quem sabe um dia.
Leva
Tô
jeito,
muito
hein?
velho pra
Leva
isso.
jeito. Deveria tentar um dia,
Ô,
quem
Hirit, ô,
sabe.
Hirit. Só
Ai,
tá
ai,
esperando o
ai.
Giggs, ó. Ele tem noção de que o damage tá por ali, mas é um Pike. Aperta um botão e já vai embora.
É, bem ensaboado.
Just
Pike,
flipping
a gente vai
Pike
vendo agora
things.
Quase 3 mil de ouro de vantagem aqui pra equipe do Flamengo nesse momento. A gente vai vendo que, de novo, eu acho que o assignment que a gente viu naquele momento que o Trigo tava no top, antes de todo mundo chegar e garantir uma condição melhor, a gente viu como o Trigo sempre sai perdendo nessas condições, né? A gente vê que ó, é o mapa acelerando, mas a gente sempre vê que o Trigo sai como coitado da história.
Yeah, the Greftar taking time bombs got me a little bit concerned. They've not really tried to shut down Greftar whatsoever.
Em realmente buscar um jogo que acelere ele. Tanto que acho que os melhores jogos que ele já teve aqui no circuitão, jogando com o Flamengo Redragon, é justamente com esses campeões que são mais autossuficientes, como Kai'Sa, como EZ, qualquer coisa que tem translocação, eu acho que ele acaba se virando melhor, porque justamente tem esse alcance pra farmar e também tem uma capacidade de dar auto-peel, né? Uma capacidade de você poder jogar mais de uma maneira individualista.
I mean, Envy has a healthy lead, but like I said, I just don't think he handles the 1v1 later.
Que o Trigo cria pelo mapa, ele sai
Você.
dizendo que às vezes é só ele ficar parado limpando uma onda de minions, e a gente vê que muitas das movimentações excessivas do Flamengo da partida anterior tinha participação dele, e ele era um cara que estava forte e também não foi tão priorizado assim. Então é um ponto a se ficar de olho, e a equipe da Kabum pode aproveitar isso muito bem, porque o cara da Kabum hoje é justamente Dudu.
Exato. E ele gosta desse jogo onde ele consegue espaço pra farmar, né? O Aférios precisa disso, ele precisa crescer, ele traz a batedora exatamente pra isso, pra acelerar um pouco o seu ouro. E a gente tá vendo que ele tá começando, ele conseguiu abrir uma vantagenzinha ali de ouro em cima.
Why do they keep saying it makes the matchup against Greftar?
Ali equiparado.
Is it because they really think Envy can't handle it at all?
Por outro lado,
If that's the
ele
case,
Hirit.
like, I don't know. I feel like they're putting Makes in a bad position because he built magic resist early,
Não é bobo nem nada, gente.
and Envy counterpicked with
Uma coisa
Vex
que
into
curiosa que
Yone.
aconteceu aqui é que a
He
gente
counterpicked, right?
deve tá trocando
Yeah, he counterpicked,
a
so
matchup dele, né? Ele não tá escolhendo mais lutar contra o Envy, ele tá tentando
kinda high key on him.
E apesar dele ter um range de um pouquinho maior, do dano do Yone até entrar pra
I don't even feel like
cima,
Envy's handling here that well either.
interessante, ainda assim o Makes tá conseguindo responder bem no farm, ele tá conseguindo segurar bem.
Yeah, Flamengo slowed down again. This reminds me a lot of last game.
A gente já falou
I'm just
disso,
not as concerned because they have scaling, so at least they can match. But it does mean that their mid to late has to be good.
responder bem e se manter bem, apesar nessa matchup que foi proposta não pelo time do Fla, mas pelo time da Kabum IDL.
Exatamente, né? Fizeram essa escolha, não querem deixar ele dando de cara com o Envy, que também já começa a ficar um pouquinho mais forte no jogo. E falando em ficar mais forte, o time do Flamengo quer que chegar com esse dragão, né? Já joga dois jogadores ali.
Well, at least we should get
Objetivo.
more fun drakes, I think.
Não tem muita condição
Higher chance for a fun drake.
a contestação.
By which I mean Inferno and Hextech.
Por dentro do Covil, não consegue deixar aquela sentinela que é
Oh, there's also a chancer.
O Flamengo é o suficiente para garantir.
Yep, we got Hextech. Let's go.
É, a gente vai vendo que vai empatando em termos
This
de
definitely makes things more
E o David
interesting.
também fica passeando pelo mapa, né? A gente tá vendo que ele não passa muito na visão da equipe da Kabum, tenta estar mais invisível possível pra realmente não ser detectado pelo mapa. E agora, olha, a iniciação quase pegou o
Oh,
Gravitar,
Makes
mas
got tagged.
o Makes optou em não utilizar o ultimate, mas forçou a do Gravitar.
No blade still
Teve
playable.
que ali se reposicionar com a sua própria ult, agora tá embaixo da torre, tentando se virar, e aqui vai ser drive!
The kidnap, and there we go.
Pra dar um passeio!
There's the Makes we know and love.
É o rei do
Oh, so there's the kill on the Yone that I was calling for all early game. The fact that it's solo notwithstanding is still, yeah, really good.
Tenta só com o abate, quer garantir mais um pouco. A gente vê 4 jogadores da equipe do Flamengo Redragon avançando, buscando mais essas barricadas. E um jogo, André, que a gente tá vendo como muitas das barricadas estão caindo, mas principalmente por parte da equipe da Kabum.
Exatamente, a gente viu ali que ficou quase levando mais uma barricada ali na rota inferior, na rota do meio a gente vê a
Oh.
briga de atiradores, e quando o Dudu
Yeah,
puxa
Trigo
essa
can't kite fight that right now.
vermelha,
That's fine.
é
That's not his
a
job. That's not his
curta
role.
distância, fica muito difícil de brigar, sabendo disso, o Trigo só tenta limpar o wave e ir embora.
É, com a Chakran e com a... Oxa,
Inferno.
a Chakran... Não, a Inferno,
Inferno é a
a
outra, né?
azul.
É a Severum.
É, acelera mesmo, tá certo. Mas olha a iniciação, André.
Oh, wait. Is Grafton get away?
Levou o Wave.
Envy is so screwed. Dude, this is so sad. Why do you talk about pauses, Lunar? No, today's been good for pauses. No. This is so sad. I used to love Envy's Vex. It used to be such a good pick, but unfortunately, yeah.
Já consegue fazer seu primeiro item. Claro que é um item mais barato, mas ainda assim, faz seu primeiro item, garante o primeiro abate pra ele, que também é um campeão, assim como a Zeri, que demora pra crescer, demora pra aparecer. Garantir esse recurso é importante. A grande diferença agora desse jogo pro anterior, prof, é que as barricadas ficaram todas na mão do time do Fla.
É, e a gente vai vendo como eles vão aproveitando isso muito bem. A gente vai vendo como a Sivir do Trigo já tá quase chegando nesse segundo item aqui. A gente tá vendo que tudo bem, que ele tem a batedora, também tem essa Yuntal nesse ponto aqui. A gente vê ele tomando bastante dano, mas é uma Sivir que aproxima muito rápido, Andrezão, de um spike poderoso de 2 itens, vai conseguindo chegar muito próximo. E eu vejo que ele tem condições de bater nessa composição aqui, porque tem tantas formas e fontes de dano por parte da composição do Flamengo que a Kabum tem que lidar, que acho que você só eliminar a Sivir não é um grande problema. E a gente também vê muitas iniciações explosivas aqui. Pode vir a ultimate do Pantheon, ter a ultimate da Vex, pode ser
Herald's in 15.
de osso. Então,
Flamengo already set up.
muitas ferramentas e a Kabum vai ter que se defender muito bem para conseguir achar uma teamfight na qual não tenha todo esse bloco, seja uma teamfight realmente muito blocada com 5 jogadores, do que uma iniciação bruta em um jogador que consiga uma eliminação e essa eliminação garanta uma vantagem numérica.
É show de bola, né? Esse início de jogo do Flamengo realmente vai garantindo uma boa vantagem pra eles, mas a gente sabe como é que é. Tem que tomar cuidado, a gente já viu virada.
Really? No contest at all from Kabum? That is surprising.
Chegando junto pra ganhar a terceira partida.
Like, it's been going all Flamengo's way because you've got Pantheon Pike. Like, it's really good pick potential, and in the laning phase, it's really strong. And I love that we saw it get rolling really early. But to a large extent, once you unlocked all your ultimates, I feel like Kaboom should be actively looking to teamfight. They have a strong teamfight composition. And, okay, I guess maybe they're waiting for Blade with the Rune King on Graftar, but I think that was actually very contestable.
Aí Severo é vermelha, a Calibro é verde, a Gravito é isso aí. E a
Oh,
Inferno é do fogo.
that should have, yeah.
A roxa é a outra.
Luden's companion jumped into the bush, so they knew that somebody was in there.
Ah, mas não conseguiu, né? A gente tá aqui fechadaço. Eu lembro que eu comecei a gravar isso daí quando eu fui tentar fazer a fila, né? Que a fila é o clássico que falam ali do Aphelios, né? Uma das coisas que a gente que não conhece muito, né? Quando você não tá acostumado com campeão, acha complicado, mas a galera do profissional já sabe fazer como se fosse parte do próprio
And I guess they did nerf Vex pretty hard. Used to be on one item, they were already like a pretty huge threat.
Dizzy chegou, tem a ajuda do Wave! Conseguem o abate.
By the way, Wiz wasted a crap ton of time up here, too. Like, he's reaching XP, but yeah, he wasn't getting any gold. He's falling further and further behind. There's a 2k gold differential between Dizen right now. And this is why Dizen Pantheon kind of OP. As much as I don't like Pantheon, generally speaking, I like him in Dizen's hands.
No hiperfoco da relação de vocês. Mas tá tudo bem. Não tem problema. Não tem problema. Eu aceito.
That second brick.
Olha o Gravitar também.
Oh.
O damage vem se aproximando.
Oh.
Eita, ele
Oh,
dois
unfortunate.
O
Damage couldn't get the stun off. I think he was trying to hold the stun and get the timing. Well, I mean, yeah. Because if you get the stun at the end of the buffer, you still get a little bit of the stun after. Okay, we go round 2.
DMG largou ele de lado, isso também vem se aproximando por ali, lá de longe!
Nice.
Não deixa ele chegar!
I actually really appreciate that. That happens when you trust your top laner to survive the 1v2.
Mas não é o suficiente pra tentar o engage.
You just kind of cut Wiz off.
E a gente vai vendo que nesse ponto ele consegue sobreviver demais. E a gente tá vendo que
Man, Kaboom's mid games are really bad.
Então a gente vê como
Like, there's no proactivity here.
tudo bem, tem a bota galvanizada, também tem o colete espinhoso, tem quase a Edge também, mas ainda assim, o boneco, ele tá com resistência assim, eu falei que ele não tinha, ele tem bastante. Quando eu fiz a conta, quando a conta fechou.
Ele só tá com 1, 2, 3, 18 itens
Ele
por
foi
aqui.
contando um de cada.
Começa
conta
a ficar
fechou.
complicado. E olha o damage!
Oi.
Não chega a acertar o Gravitar.
Man,
Mas
Damage
ele
had such a
consegue
good
segurar
pike to start the game, but
aí.
now he's missing
São
everything.
3 jogadores se aproximando ali por parte do time da Kabum. Olha a
I don't know, I shouldn't be surprised. Like, this is the typical damage experience, right? Miss most of your skill shots, land the critical game-winning one. And you can't even, like, it's fine. He's landing the critical game-winning ones usually, so you kind of just ignore it. But my goodness, does he miss a lot. Okay.
tinha esse recurso, empurram aquela rota e agora eles já começam a se juntar de novo pra fazer um pouco mais essa proteção, porque eles sabem que tá voltando, tá acabando esse recal e aí sim ele pode utilizar esse objetivo de novo. A gente até vê que o Grafter também não avança muito aqui, porque a ultimate do Pantheon, ela tem esse fator de ser até mais chato, porque enquanto você não utiliza, ela é igual o puxão do Blitz, né? Enquanto ela não é utilizada, você não pode fazer grandes jogadas ou agressivar muito até ela ser usada.
É tipo uma guerra atômica, né? Ó, vou usar, hein?
E,
Vou
ó,
usar,
na
hein?
cabeça,
Vou usar, hein?
no
Ó, se eu usar,
psicológico.
fica ligado. É o famoso ó se eu quiser.
Ó, se eu quiser...
One stack on
Nossa,
Envy's
vou
Dark
roubar
Seal.
esse manque, hein?
Sem problema, eu não sou ciumento, tá tranquilo.
Ah,
Eu não sou ciumento, eu não sou
Você gosta
ciumento.
de dividir tudo?
Aí também não
Torre azul destruída na roda do meio. e tenta
Oh, we are camping here.
pra cima do Hirit, tem a lanterna.
Oh,
Vai com o MC.
that was actually a really nice try from Giggs. I was wondering if you'd get out, but the damage is too good. It's just too much of it. Yeah, Wiz has been invisible this game. His Skarner is really struggling. He got set behind early and just has no way back in. I feel like Kaboom is just praying for Graftar or Dudu to carry them again. Oh, what was that? Gross! That was disgusting. What was that impale from Wiz? Wiz looks so tilted. Holy crap.
Tentando correr mais uma vez, o Giggs também não quer deixar a galera do Flamengo chegar perto da
Oh,
equipe dele. E
efficient.
aquele jogo, né? Se a gente tava comentando sobre, ó, se eu quisesse e tal, eles estão querendo demais.
Oh,
E o Dizinho
bye bye, Dudu.
flash pra frente.
Yeah, Graftar's got Blade of the Ruin King now, but I think his team's too big in hole. 7.3k gold deficit at 20 minutes? It's not the worst we've seen, but it's pretty darn bad.
Sobre esse timing que eles tinham um arauto e exatamente pelo fato deles estarem pressionando toda essa rota de baixo e não estarem recebendo resposta.
Yeah, I think this is cooked, guys. I think this is done.
Depois tentou de novo puxar o damage, mas veja, eles só agressivam quando dizem não tá.
I think Dudu got his job back after the last game, but Wiz might lose his.
Potencial dividido. Ele também tem o Cutelo, então derrubar ele é muito mais difícil quando ele tá fazendo essa frontline. Ficaram por ali, pressionaram por ali, até porque também o time da Kabum não tem pressão em outras rotas nesse momento. E com isso, levam esse arauto e vem aí pro segundo dragão do jogo.
Even if Graftar gets an amazing ultimate right now, maybe if he gets NV and Trigo, maybe, and damage. Like he scoops 3, maybe he can do it.
Ele tem de tudo, ele é um homem completo.
meu Deus do
E
céu,
lá
de
vem
novo.
Bro, what is this?
Falando em homem completo,
Hit squad on here. This is the third time we're seeing this.
mais uma tentativa de
Literally, all his deaths come from this gank combo.
inclusão. E agora
This time, Envy isn't even using his ultimate. Like, they're just,
bate pro caçador do Flamengo.
that's just the hit squad on here. Holy.
Implacável.
E a gente viu nesse momento.
It feels so
Falou
bad.
que não ia escapar, falou que não iria não, e o Dizin conseguiu garantir essa eliminação.
Ah, ele já tá tão
Feels so bad, but I like it.
ele tá lutando.
Not gonna lie.
O Hirit tá
I think it's really
na
smart.
rota.
Eu vou voltar mais ou menos aqui.
Eu vou conseguir chegar lá de qualquer jeito, então tá tudo bem. E vai virando essa ameaça, né? Vai passando o tempo, porque agora a gente acabou de ver dois exemplos. Que a gente já tinha comentado da questão da ultimate, que você...
Okay, Envy's on 2 items. Surely this should be enough now. Envy on 2 items, Trigo almost on 3. Like, Flamengo should be well and clear by then, and able to just close out the game.
Porque se eles puxassem o Pyke ali, e o Pyke conseguisse dar uma atordoar, conseguisse aplicar um pouco do seu controle...
Wiz is on a heart steal with 0 stacks and 2 cloth
Então, ele
armors.
já tá virando um monstro, e é muito engraçado porque o Flamengo chega nesses últimos jogos...
I don't know if you should have been thinking of heart steal when you're that far behind, not gonna lie. I think at that point you just, yeah, build other items. Unending Despair, Sunfire Cape, something else.
Né? Vamos ser sinceros aqui. Mas aí ele trouxe o outro campeão, brilhou de novo. E aqui, novamente, ele chega nesse...
Yeah, when your tank is getting melted by picks, you know you're in trouble. You know that don't work.
Passando a sério, Fogueta, é isso?
É igual a Félix.
Vamos ver. Vamos ver se o Afélios aqui, no caso, vai ter esse tempo, porque por enquanto só dá Dizin na partida. Conseguem achar ali o controle do grupo pra cima do meio.
Okay.
Olha,
We are impaling makes.
o abraço, mas ele não tá nem aí.
Graftar can't even join the fight because of NV threat.
Tira tudo e todos.
Ultimate chegando.
O Dizin vai cair de
Oh!
da galera. O Envy tá
Oh, they didn't get the death from below reset.
na briga, é
That's actually key.
pesada a eliminação pra cima do Wiz.
It doesn't even matter.
O jogador que vai
Doesn't even matter.
com dois
That's so depressing.
jogadores a menos, acabou um
It doesn't even matter.
pra sobreviver.
E mais uma vez
I mean, you need Greftar in this fight. Like, I don't care that you're trying to zone Envy. You need Greftar. If anything, it should be Hirit trying to zone, drop an equalizer, and then spend the rest of your flame splitter just trying to keep them out. Without Greftar, you have no shot of winning this. Oh. The death from below not getting the reset was key. Greftar misses everybody, by the way. That did 0 damage. That's unfortunate. Super Greftar on an actual carry, and he did not super carry. Okay, that's it. That's game. That's GG. Yep, congrats to Flamengo for making it into the promo relegation tournament from the CD side of things. Here it's tilted. Here it's so tilted. The difference between the 1v4s is insane. Makes 1v4s and it's still chasing, bro. Doo-doo cleansed! What are we cleansing?
Não vai sair de perto porque a equipe do Flamengo quer colocar as mãos na próxima.
Two Koreans don't know how to play, Ray. Why would you why in Portuguese, buddy? Yeah, I don't know. This has not been a good week for Koreans, I feel like. The Pain's Koreans crumble, and now it's a classic. Okay. Specifically 2 Koreans. That tells you how many imports. Yo, max on Korean imports. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even blame Hirit. I think that's like intentional. Hirit just gave up and is now winting. Like, I think that's actual intentional winting. Because he got camped so hard. And then Wiz got camped, got invaded early and punished early. So hard. I don't know, man. And then the Pain Koreans struggled this last weekend too. I don't know what's going on this week. They got Baron. They're looking to close. One more fight. Oh, did they get MV? They did not get MV. Oh, Dizen comes in like a wrecking ball. Good impale. Finally, one good impale. Super Greftar's trying, bro. He's trying so hard. On the hunt. Did they catch up? Oh, hey, yo, damage. Okay. That was actually really cool from damage. I like that. He used the death from below to gap close to get the sun off. Oh, and there's the fear. There's the... Oh. That's game. Not gonna lie, I don't know if this works against A7, but I kind of want to see this Pantheon fight combo against A7. This game was hella fun. It's the most one-sided game, but it's probably the most fun game this series.
Não tem jeito, sobrou apenas o Wiz aqui tentando garantir algum tipo de defesa, mas ele não tem muito pra onde ir. O Genji também tenta aproximação, mas cai a primeira torre, cai a segunda torre e aqui não tem jeito.
That's it. Nice and easy. Flamengo. Not quite the 3-0 because I think they troll dropped a little bit in game 3, but nice easy win. Okay. MVP. Who do we think is MVP? Envy game 1, Trigo game 2. Dizen game 4. I think Envy played pretty well. Okay, I'm thinking maybe Envy for MVP this time. For this game. Oh, for this series, I mean. Yeah, or makes. Makes. Actually, maybe makes. It's probably going to be Envy. Envy for game 1 and game 4. His damage numbers are too high. But I actually didn't even think his this game 4 was that good for him. I thought it was more Dizen and damage doing stuff this game. I don't know. Yeah, it's not even close though. And I don't think Flamengo Alpha 7 tomorrow will be close either. Because that's what we get tomorrow. It's the A7 Flamengo angle. And not gonna lie, A7 looked way cleaner, like way way more competitive against Kate, except for Game 4. So, yeah. This is going to be an interesting one for sure.
Essa kill também ela é muito importante porque acelera o jogo da Vex, que também é uma campeã que precisa de pouquinho de crescimento. Então, já que o Luan também não ia fazer
This was Greftar's first death too. Greftar was doing so well up to this point. When his team was falling around his ears. But yeah, I do feel like after that, Greftar played way too safe and was just trying to power farm. And again, I get the idea, but I also do think that when your team's falling behind, you need to actually start grouping up a bit faster. The one who should just be like power farming non-stop would be Dudu.
Não. Na partida anterior eu lembro que chegou mais ou menos na casa dos 22 minutos, a gente tava falando sobre uma vantagem de 1k e meio. Aqui nos 10 minutos era uma vantagem de 3k e meio pro Flamengo.
Yeah, I really appreciate that Dizen and Damage understood the assignment this game.
Do jeito que o Fla gosta de jogar, de ir pra frente, chamar ali nesses matchups e principalmente botar o Dizin pra...
There were like 2 fights Greftar got into. The first one he completely whiffed. This was the second one, but they were too far behind. Unfortunate.
Eles não são bobos nem nada, não tem nada a ver com isso, foram aproveitando de tudo que era deixado pra eles.
Mas ó, podia acontecer aqui nesse jogo o que aconteceu no jogo 2, é que o Flamengo conseguiu espaço pra terminar muito cedo, mas o Dudu tava ali.
Definitely a really tough one for Kaboom, but yeah, I just think Kaboom as a whole, the hands, this feels like a failure of macro again. Like they don't understand what the enemy comp was going to do, and they kind of fell behind and just or drafting. It's a surprise for Story.org like a Kaboom IDL, but I do think they need to actually kind of look into their coaching side of things. Yeah, I'm surprised again. I thought Ranger was pretty good at the macro stuff, the strategic stuff back in the day when he was on Flamengo or Los. I can't remember the one where I feel like he was holding everything together. And then, yeah. But this year has not been it.
Eu acho que justamente a evolução deles está muito nítida e acho que uma coisa que é interessante, eu sinto que eles não estão tendo medo de utilizar novos campeões. Então, novos não, mas por exemplo, a Vex, ela não é uma campeã.
On the bright side for Dudu though,
mas ainda assim,
I do think Dudu has redeemed himself quite a bit. That game was not his problem either, not his fault either. So.
Que sejam viáveis de jogar contra, acaba sendo muito benéfico, que a gente viu como deu muito certo.
Não, e eu acho que isso comenta, a gente tinha comentado, né, como realmente os jogadores do Flamengo estão picando vários campeões diferentes, se eu não me engano, isso foi o 11º ou 12º.
This one isn't even on Ranger, the draft was good. I mean,
esse é dos motivos de quando
kinda, okay, the draft was good, but I'm not putting on Ranger for the draft, it's more like for the coaching, because it didn't feel like Kaboom understood, one, their composition's power spikes, right? Like they needed to get Hirit out of his lane a lot faster into this comp. And secondly, most importantly, if I didn't understand what the Flamengo comp was going to do, right? Like you see a Pyke and Pantheon, you should know that they're going to be looking for heavy roams right from the get-go. And it didn't feel like they put enough wards or were playing respectfully enough for when Pyke was out of vision. And also, if that's happening, then Wiz should also be just ganking bot side. I know that Wiz got set behind, but punish the Sipper. So to me, that's like coaching. Oh, they gave it to Dizen. Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Not. I'm a bit surprised. I did like his Pantheon game and his Nocturne game a lot, though. So yeah. Okay. Wasn't who I thought. I had more envy or makes in mind, but I'm not upset. I think that's fine. One good thing about this split I have noticed is that a lot of other players have been stepping. Like, a lot of teams don't have just one carry. It's like a couple of guys who are carrying. So it makes the MVP vote harder. But also, I think that's a good sign that players are improving. So yeah, you give MVP. Yeah, I'm with you, Ray. Okay, so that's it for today. We went to a game 4. And we've got one more game tomorrow, which will be A7 versus Flamengo. We'll kind of see how that goes. Both of them have already locked their spots, so it's kind of for seeding and a shot to go up against Cade Stars Academy on Friday. So grand finals will be on Friday. 2 days from now. So with that said, we're done today. Thanks for dropping by, Ray, Lunar. Appreciate you all staying all the way as per usual to the end. Thanks Spoods and Orbital for dropping by, saying hi as well. Always appreciate friends coming by. And with that, we're ending it for the day. Have a good one, guys. See you tomorrow. Peace. Bye.